Brothers and sisters, y'all know since we so certified black and we foundational black Americans, we don't really rock with no tethers. Because you see right here on this picture, that is who Candace Owens really is. But let me tell y'all who she thinks she is. She thinks that she is Karen Owens. Yeah, Karen Owens been running around here thinking that it's all sweet and trying to tell foundational black Americans that we need to all unite in the name of Charlie Kirk. Now, y'all let me know, is that something that's going to happen? Hell to the no. But let me tell y'all, regulating is on deck because it's FBA Friday. We in the house. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black Excellence. Power to the people.
Family, if we've been standing on certified business this whole damn time, and we've been representing this lineage, heritage, and culture, why they think we gonna fall for a rebrand? Why they think that we gonna go back and say, oh, that's good, everything is well, we just do what you want? Maybe the African American, but not the foundational black American. Maybe they counterfeits, but not us certified. Certified black society don't give a damn. And I got a whole gang of certifieds in the house tonight. Certified salute from me to you. We going in, y'all. Everybody smash that like button. Y'all know they trying to really rebrand Candace Owens, family. Fam, we said what they was going to do was take this Charlie Kirk situation and try to somehow get foundational black Americans to what? Not be Americans no more. Not be certified no more. Not be foundational. They thought we were just going to walk down to the office and say, here, I'm not an American no more. Why, Charlie Kirk? Hey, I don't want to be foundational no more. Why, Candace Owens? You got us fucked up. And we're going to put it all on the line today, man. I'm glad to see y'all. We in here doing it big. Black Alpha Network got the whole certified family in here. It's FBA Friday. It's all world. Family, it gets no better than this, and it gets no better than us. So let's go straight to work on that. Fam, they out here trying to rebrand everything. It has been about a week, almost and a half. And they done try to tell us Charlie Kirk means that we should be African. Charlie Kirk means that we should be Republican. Charlie Kirk means we should be liberal. They saying we need to put the jacket on for Jimmy Kimmel. Don't give a damn. When they gonna find out that we foundational, no matter what games they play? And if they ain't found out, fam, they gonna find out on this broadcast because we about to be in it to win it. Classic. Y'all, look at this as we go through it on the line. Let me tell you what we got. I'm going to show y'all how the Tethers is out there. By the way, certified salute to all my brothers and sisters that was in that space we had yesterday. We was boiling in there, fam. We was in there deep. Straight up. Shout out to all of y'all. I want everybody to notice, fam, y'all seen these Tethers been out here defending Jesus? I mean, Charlie, to them. Y'all been noticing that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all been seeing them talking about Jesus and Charlie in the same sentence all the time? Well, today, family, on deck, on the docket, we going to go down how all the Tethers is really in defend mode. And I'm talking about all of them MOPs, MOPs, melanated other people. We going to break all that down, and it's all going to go back to what it's always been about, us. Fam, look how they out here talking about, Candace now. Boy, y'all got to get with it. Candace is going to bring us to the truth. They out here trying to rebrand Candace Owens. And family, we done pulled her card 100 times. Because remember, Candace is a tether. Checkmate. Let's go.
Candace Owens is about to go down every single rabbit hole and expose any and everybody. And she's not going to care. Whether you like Candace Owens or you don't like Candace Owens, at the end of this shit, you are going to love Candace Owens.
Say what you want about Candace Owens. This lady got balls.
All right. This question is for Black folks only. What?
Freeze, fam. I very, very rarely stop it so short in the video, but I done heard some BS. Did this man just say, no matter how you feel about her, you gonna end up loving her? Says who? Says what? Says where? You must not be talking about us. You don't know certified. Ain't nothing gonna make that happen. Did he really come out and say, no matter how you feel about Candace Owens, you's gonna love her because she's going down the rabbit hole? Look, he got his little fingers pinched together. He said, if I pinch my fingers together and I look like this with these oddball ass glasses on and this fitted hat, maybe I can get them blacks to believe that Candace is on their side. I'm gonna pinch my finger together. Never trust a black man that pinches his fingers together like that. Just don't do it, fam. These are MOPs.
Single rabbit hole and expose any and everybody, and she's not going to care. Whether you like Candace Owens or you don't like Candace Owens, at the end of this shit, you are going to love Candace Owens.
Say what you want about Candace Owens. This lady got balls.
All right. This question is for Black folks only. What do we want accountability to look like in regards to Candace Owens? What would Candace Owens have to do or say where we could say, all right, we can all move forward now?
That's a question to y'all. She talking to y'all. She said, what can Candace Owens do to y'all? She talking to the chat, all y'all right now. She just asked you a question. Answer the lady. The lady asked all of y'all, what can Candace Owens do to get us to all move forward? Y'all know, move forward from her saying horrendous things about George Floyd, horrendous things about Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and just black people, period. Fam, she asked you a question. She said, what can Candace Owens do to make it all so better now so we can move on? I told y'all they're going to try to use Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens to get black Americans to get off our square. I think the answer to that is nope, 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 and hell no. Let's go.
What does that look like for Candace Owens? I'm beginning to ask myself this question because I can't deny the influence that she has.
What?
But I also can't deny the harm that she has done to the Black community. And I also can't deny the political figures that she has voted for. Yes, and what does accountability look like for someone named Candace Owens?
Forget about the color of your skin. Nothing is real. If you have not listened to Candace Owens recently, go listen to Candace Owens. They are playing us. It is simply good versus evil. Just like she said, it's nothing else but good versus evil. And we all need to wake up and unite as a man.
Unite. Here comes the unite, y'all. I told you, we all need to unite behind Candace. Candace, we need to unite around her. We need to unite around Candace Owens, family. This person just said, who care about the skin color? Skins don't means nothing. I told everybody this is what was going to happen. And they sending out all of these people to get us on board.
Evil, just like she said, it's nothing else but good versus evil. And we all need to wake up and unite as Americans. Forget what side you're on. Forget the color of your skin. We just need to unite and put America and Americans first. It is up to us, we the people, nobody else. But if you don't do nothing else, go listen to Candace Owens. But if you don't do nothing else, go listen to Candace Owens.
I'm not the biggest fan of Candace, but Candace, you're still black. But Candace, you're still black. But Candace, you're still black.
She's black now, y'all. Karen Owens is black. She done became black again. Ain't it funny how people become black real quick, y'all? Whenever they need us. That is Karen Owens. No. That's Karen Owens, the Caribbean. Yeah, Karen Owens, the Caribbean. You's not black. That's a black American thing. Fam, there's a big difference between a mop and a black person. Let's keep it all the way live. And you know it. Fam, you see already what we're talking about. You see now they already trying to spin it and flip it and trying to get foundational black Americans to drop skin's color. Don't worry about nothing, fam. Just in that few seconds that I showed y'all, they went down the whole thing. They said, don't worry about skin color. So basically all that black stuff y'all talking, quit worrying about being black. Because, if you represent being black, then you ain't going to like Candace because Candace has terrible things to say about black people. You see what they're trying to do. So don't be black. Don't worry about what she said. Forget the past. What about accountability and bringing us all back in together? Hell no. In fact, it's been a thing for the longest amount of time where people have always been trying to get folks to side with Candace Owens. Candace Owens is the main player in the she made some points now. How long have we been talking about that? Candace Owens will say all types of crazy things about black folks. Turn around for 1 second, say one damn thing a person halfway agrees with, and then next thing you know, fam, it's she made some points now. We need to agree with Candace. You may not like her, you may not feel what she had to say, but we need to give her a chance. The days of letting stuff slide are over. Who these people think they're messing with? We ain't on none of that no more. No, you had 70, 80 years of all of that. Why you ain't enjoy that when you had it? Why you ain't enjoy black folks just letting you get away with anything? Y'all was playing around. See, you didn't think it was going to flip. And fam, the new thing they also saying on top of all of that, they saying, pray for Candace Owens. Oh, that's the new one, y'all. Oh, go ahead, type it in, Google it. Go ahead. And you're going to see everybody saying, you need to dismiss everything she said, all of the harmful things about black folks, forget about color, forget about her, forget about life, unite with her all in the name of Charlie Kirk. And now they saying, you better go and pray for Candace. Fam, you can't make up the rebrand. Remember, there's always a rhyme and a reason. This lady says, let's keep Candace in our prayers.
Y'all, let's keep Candace Owens in our prayers. Let's pray for Candace Owens and her family, okay? Because apparently and allegedly, she knows into way too much.
Y'all, I don't know if y'all watched Candace Owens' latest episode that came out yesterday, but man, y'all got to keep Candace in y'all prayers, man, because she basically declared war on whoever supposedly had something to do with Charlie Kirk. So man, just keep.
And what the hell that got to do with me? What that got to do with me? Man, we need to get with it now. Y'all know this, fam. They can't provide a real reason other than Charlie Kirk. That's the only thing they can really provide. They haven't said anything substantial. They only say unite and pray for her because she's riding for Charlie. And I'm going to show y'all in a minute, the dominant society don't feel that she riding. Oh, it's about to go deep. They talk about a rabbit hole. Let's go down that rabbit hole, show you how supremacy ain't hearing none of that.
Candace in y'all prayers, man, because right now, yeah, she just declared war with some powerful people.
What I'm about to say in this video, I pray that you take this serious. We need to pray for Candace Owens. If you're a believer, I'm asking you to pray for Candace Owens.
Candace Owens is about to go.
Man, oh man. Fam, just when you thought these people couldn't get more desperate, here they come with the desperation. You did. So what they trying to do now, y'all, is what they've always tried to do. This real cheap con game and hustle that they've been on. But did y'all notice nobody said anything about praying for Breonna Taylor? They never said nothing about praying for Breonna Taylor. Matter of fact, when was the last time anybody has told us to pray for us? When was the last time? How come Black Americans always got to pray for everybody? Y'all know why we moving so fast in this generation and this era? It's because, fam, we out here praying for ourselves. We putting positive energy towards ourselves. We're not worried about anybody else. We focusing on our own. And the fact that we're focusing on our own, that is why we keeping all the prayers on the inside. We keeping all of the positive energy over here. We're not sending all of that energy this way and that way. No, the energy is staying right here. Absolutely. They energy harvesting. Absolutely. Don't get it tangled and twisted, y'all. You start lending some of your energy to these people who don't give a damn about you, you're going to find out the hard way. And this is why things are flipped, because we are focusing on ourselves and we keeping everything in-house. There's a lot of power in that. But notice, y'all, they never said anything about praying for us. It's always somebody else. And we got a lot of receipts on Mrs. Karen Owens now. Karen, we see you. We know what you've been out here doing the whole time. We've seen what you've been out here saying. This woman is no different than Charlie Kirk, because remember, that was his right hand COON. And y'all know COON Ain't no friend. She been running around here saying every single thing that you can possibly imagine about black people. Yes, the hell she has. She ain't never came across a black individual that she likes. No, she's one of these people that'll sprinkle in a little statement here or there to make people just like them say, oh, be nice to Candace now. But family, we ain't falling for none of that. No, we not. And let me take it a step further, and I'm going to show y'all how the game go. I'm going to put you on game. Watch this right here, fam. Because one thing about us, I'm a very big believer, as y'all are, in receipts. Receipts don't go away. Receipts stay. Receipts don't fold. They expose. So somebody about to get exposed right here. So let's show everybody the real Candace Karen Owens. This is what she's been saying about us. None of that talk about prayer. None of that talk about unification. It was simply just degeneracy.
Hey guys, it's Candace. The rumors are true. I am free. Welcome to my locals page. So much to talk about. Obviously, I'm going to take a couple of weeks here just to rebuild and to refocus and to create something that is actually mine. Thank you guys.
I do not think that we deserve reparations for slavery. I was never a slave in this country. And I think that the idea, if you think that you're going to get more than $200 from the government, okay, this entire debate is just, it's a joke, okay? It's never going to happen. Do you think that we're the only group, I'm just going to ask this question, that has had something awful happen to them in this country?
I said today that are actually harming Black America. Number one, father absence. Number two, the education system and the illiteracy rate. Illegal immigration ranks high, abortion ranks high, white supremacy and white nationalism, if I had to make a list again of 100 things, would not be on it.
That the Black community is unique from other communities. Our culture is unique from other communities because we are the only community that caters to the bottom denominator of our society. George Floyd at the time of his arrest was high on.
Whoa! That right there, family, was no reparations, quit begging, supremacy is the least of your problem. And she said the Black community is a very unique community. But she didn't say we're unique because we're so good. She said we're so unique because we cater to the lowest denominator. So she used all the exceptional things about us and she turned it into complete degenerate negative vibes. This is the one that they told y'all to pray for. Fam, if you look on social media right now, all across social media, it's going viral. Her whole little capades she has about Charlie Kirk. And the underlining theme is Black folks come and help me. Y'all helping this?
Fentanyl, and he was high on methamphetamine. This came back in both of his autopsy reports.
If we're hanging in the wrong crowd, doesn't matter. If we're actively helping our boyfriends move drugs, which is what Breonna Taylor was actually doing. Wow. It's not an accident, okay? She was knee deep in drugs. He was not being pursued in the video, obviously. It looked like he was running towards the car. And then when the two people who had guns, he went around and he attacked the person. I feel no compassion whatsoever for Jordan Neely. Let's make that clear. And some of you guys are watching this.
Damn! Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Jordan Neely. Have you ever seen a Black person that you do like? Because I seen your wedding photos and there weren't no Black people in any of those. Do you like anybody who is Black? That is my question. It's just like Charlie Kirk. Fam, tell me, are these any different than what you seen Charlie Kirk saying? If you can tell me right now that these statements are any different than Charlie Kirk, it's going down the list, picking a random Black person who is harmed, and then justifying their harming. Can we be real about it? Can we be real? This is exactly what we're talking about. This ain't a matter of opinion. This ain't a matter of a guess. This is a matter of fact based on her own words.
You're going to say, well, of course, Candace Owens has no compassion for him because he's a Black man and she never defends Black men. No, I never defend.
She's mocking y'all. When did the Black man? No, y'all see now. She wants y'all to pray. This is who we got to play nice with.
For him because he's a Black man and she never defends Black men. No, I never defend Black criminals. Our biggest problem is us, okay? It's why we don't talk about it when Black on Black crime happens. I had white people coming up to me with tears in their eyes, and I told Kanye this, with tears in their eyes, saying, thank you so much, as if they're the forgotten people for just allowing us to have our voices back. They've been sitting in silence, completely sidelined, told that they are not allowed to be American because there's a vicious narrative around that somehow Black Americans are suffering from policing and therefore white lives can't matter. They do. It's obvious. Kanye was correct, right? So I cover Black people on the show. I'm typically covering them because they're doing something that is idiotic. Hey guys, it's Candace. The rumors are true. I am free.
Damn. She said when she covers black people it's because we done did something idiotic. Turn right back around, rebrand, remold, reshape, and ask you for prayer and unification. You see what we're talking about? And by the way, y'all, you see how many times she kept saying black, and we? That is a tether. Remember, she's Caribbean. And she also came out and told everybody that she's biased towards Caribbeans. So that's a full tether right there telling you that we are all one. Isn't it such a great thing that we came about with terms like mop, terms like tether, and we start delineating when we did? Because if not, Candace Owens was going to be seen as us. We was all going to be on the same page. Everybody was going to be on the same line. She can come on in and go anywhere. Let me add another person. How many of y'all remember this young lady right here? I want to pronounce her name. I did a video about her years ago. It's Michaela Bryant. Y'all remember her in Ohio? Well, guess what, family? You see right there that Candace didn't have any nice things to say about that young lady, who, by the way, was a teenager. Okay? So, family, don't tell me that these people had any compassion. Don't tell me that these people gave half a damn about us. No, the hell they didn't. It didn't matter if you was a teenager, if you was a man, if you was a woman. It didn't matter. If you were black, she was against you, just like old Charlie. So don't be mad when foundational black Americans ain't dishing out any type of sympathy, or shall I say empathy, for people who ain't never had none for us. Only thing we doing is going along with what you said. You said that you don't agree. You said you don't care. You said you don't feel empathy or sympathy should be warranted. So, I mean, if you want to honor somebody, honor them by what they said. They don't believe in it. Neither do I. Everybody go home. That's what I'm talking about. So, family, you can see this going on, but let me tell y'all, she been talking reckless. And y'all remember, when we just had our last broadcast, we spoke about how they want to say things about black Americans, but really it's a dominant society that ain't rocking with her. Remember when she came out and she was saying all those things about Charlie Kirk? Because what's happening now, y'all, is she has been pushed out of conservative circles, all right? Nick Fuentes don't rock with her. Ben Shapiro fired her, and Charlie was smashing it on the side and left. Problem is all those little Karens out there, they didn't really like you being that close to Charlie. And they not really liking you running around here now low-key acting like you Charlie's old lady. Can we be 100% about that? Fam, all of them W Karens, they watching her and they got a whole W Karen thing. See, this is the problem. We've been trying to tell people that we told Tethers. We told everybody that these Tethers did not want to listen to black Americans. We told all these people that I didn't know I was black until I got here to America. And by the way, y'all notice that they say they never knew that they were black, but they always know what white is. They always seem to know what white is, but they say they can never figure out what black is. Never trust somebody that tells you, I didn't even know I was black, but I bet you know what white is, though. Yeah, you know what white is, but you can't figure out black. I call cap. Well, family, let me tell y'all this. She really thinks that she's a W woman. That's really what it is. And right now, she's having her little situation where she feels she can slide in the door of the dominant society. She feels right now this could perhaps be a little come up for her. Perhaps if she gets real close to the dominant society, maybe she can get some kudos and ride that Charlie Kirk wave. What we've been telling her is, nah, there ain't no middle ground. The middle ground don't exist. But fam, let me tell y'all something. Them Karens out there ain't playing. So this little thing that she's doing where she's going out saying that she's going to avenge Charlie, fam, them Karens is watching and they saying, wait a minute now, Charlie got a wife. And we didn't show Charlie's wife is ready for war. Charlie's wife, by the way, is way older than he was. Yeah, Charlie's wife was way older. So she's looking at Candace right now and saying, who the hell are you? Did y'all know all of the Karens done form Karen Voltron? Yeah. And they're on social media right now and they warning Candace. They telling her, Candace, you're living dangerous. Candace, you better bow down. See, all of those COONs, they think it's going to be the powers that be that going to get with Candace. No. It's going to be one of them Karens. That's who she better worry about. One of them Karens is sitting there watching and seeing this Caribbean woman talking about this W man. See, only a damn Tether thinks you're going to be a Caribbean mop and come over here and have equal access that Becky's got. No, y'all look at this right here. This is going to be very damn disturbing, especially the first lady. This first lady looks like she's coming out of that new movie with Marlon Wayans, okay? Fam, look at this lady. She's not playing with you, Candace. If you see this woman in the dark, hell, if I see this woman in the dark alley, I might turn around. But Candace, you in real trouble because you can't handle yourself. Y'all, look at what's happening in America. They done set off the wicked witch of the East. Watch this, Candace. These are your problems.
Morning. I'm gonna make this real quick. I'm on my way to the dentist and I'm in a big hurry. But I have a different take on this Candace Owens thing for what it's worth. I'm from the South. Listen, and to quote somebody that I really admire, we do things a little different down here. I know somebody personally who has thrown hands in the parking lot of a funeral, and I love and respect the crap out of her. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If my husband had been unalived on national television for the world to see, or if my husband was just going to work one day and fell down the stairs and unalived, and some other woman, hear me, woman, got on the airwaves on the national stage and began to tell people what my husband was about to do with his religion, or what my husband was about to do with his job, or how my husband felt about national affairs and national world affairs, and that she was my husband's best friend and knew him better than anybody. Listen, Erica, where you at, girl?
Fam, did we not just say this 2 days ago? We just told everybody that all them Karens are out there sending out them little messages, and they want Eric Kirk to stand up. They said, Erica Kirk, you need to go handle Candace because they're seeing this as a violation of supremacy. You ain't supposed to be out here and you got a Tether mop talking about your W husband and you ain't checked her yet. These women are doing what they feel Erica needs to step up to the plate and do. There's a lot going on in the house of supremacy, and we's going to expose it. And by the way, fam, does this lady got like 2 sets of eyebrows? Because I was looking at something that was like blinking, and it ain't the top. So is the top a wrinkle or an eyebrow? Okay, is this a wrinkle brow? I don't know. Fam, are y'all seeing 2 sets of eyebrows? I thought you were supposed to have 2, not 4. Y'all let me know, because I'm really asking that question.
And national world affairs, and that she was my husband's best friend and knew him better than anybody. Listen, Erica, where you at, girl?
It did. No, fam, it's a little early in the broadcast, but I got to slow that down. Family, tell me, did y'all just see 2 sets of eyebrows? Watch her blink. Tell me, fam, she ain't blinked 3 times in one. Look, right there. You see it. Fam, tell me y'all seen it. Tell me y'all seen it. Oh, Candace gonna have some nightmares tonight. Hell, I think we all might after looking at this. Look at it. This is sinners all day. She said, where's it at, Candace? We's coming for you. Tether. Watch.
Erica, where you at, girl?
This message.
Tell me y'all seen that. Man, hey, Candace gonna be tossing and turning tonight. You don't need to worry about them agencies. You better worry about this right here. She coming to Wicked Witch. She got a broomstick. I promise you, this woman got about 32 broomsticks. I bet you it's Halloween in September around here.
This message is for Candace Owens. Produce it. Produce the proof that Charlie was praying the rosary, that he was discussing with you that he was going to convert to Catholicism. I'm going to say, a side note, your comment about him being too smart to be Protestant is absolute garbage. You are sharing something that he is not here to defend. Furthermore, this is disrespectful to his wife, to his grieving wife.
Notice, man, they all keep bringing up the wife. I'm still tripping off that last lady. Damn. She said, Candace, your ass is grass, Candace. At midnight, the stroke of 12, family. She said she coming. Yeah, if you don't see Candace no more, it was that last lady. However, notice this lady start talking about the wife as well. This lady's talking about the wife. They both keep bringing up the wife. They both are telling the wife to get on Candace now.
Furthermore, this is disrespectful to his wife, to his grieving wife. You're stepping on thin ice in certain areas, and I think you need to slow down. If you know something, you know something. Produce it, report on it, whatever. But this thing about Charlie talking about converting to Catholicism, we're not going to just take your word for it.
Hey guys, Candace Owens, she's one of them. If you're popular like that and practically famous, they're part of the club, I promise. There's no way you can be like, there's no way that you can get to that point unless you're part of it. Use discernment. Please don't be deceived. She's one of them, guys.
Hi, there is 0% of me that believes a goddamn thing that Candace Owens has to say.
Damn.
Yeah, I think she believes a goddamn thing that Candace Owens has to say. Yeah, I think she's fucking losing it. Morning.
No, goodbye. Let me get her off the screen. You got to go. No, fam, did y'all see that though? Tell me, I mean, beyond the 4 eyebrows and the 17 blinks, did y'all see that? That look in them women's face, that didn't look like it had anything to do with Charlie Kirk. Fam, did they once even talk about Charlie Kirk's situation that occurred? Or is that more about the wife and Candace? See, that's Supremacy getting on code. That was Supremacy saying, listen, if Erica Kirk don't go handle Candace, then I'm going to. Because remember, in the system of Supremacy, the W women, they're always the main ones. They're the mothers of Supremacy. So they view what Candace Owens is doing as not only disrespectful, but a slap in the face to all of them. Because deep down inside, Karens are extremely bitter, spiteful, and flat ass jealous of Black women. That's really what it is, okay? And they really are watching this situation, and Candace, thinking that she's Karen, is kind of gloating in their face about it. She's kind of like, hey, I'm here. I'm the best friend. Right now, to put this in a complete, easy way for people to understand, family, right now, Candace Owens is running around here as a melanated woman saying that she's best friends with a white man. A melanated woman ain't supposed to be best friends with no white guy, especially a white guy who got a white wife, especially a white wife who's grieving right now. All of that is a violation of Supremacy. So that's why you just seen what you just saw. But do you also notice what you seen where you had all of them folks talking about pray for her, be nice, we all on one page? But did you see how all the Karens was? Did y'all see the shift of energy with all the first people I showed you? All of the people that were melanated, because I don't know if some of them were Black. I seen a bunch of damn wraps on heads and fitted hats. I couldn't really properly assess the hairlines, so I can't really say if they were Black or not. However, let me tell you what I did see. I seen the people with melanin was talking about unite in the name of Charlie Kirk. I seen the people with mayo, and they were saying, the hell with uniting. We want Candace, and we gonna go get her. The first lady straight up said, we'll fight in the parking lot. And family, do you feel that this woman that I'm about to show you, do you think she give a damn about Candace Owens? Y'all look at this. Tell me how you feel about this. This right here is Erica Kirk. And let me tell you about her. She don't look like she gives half a damn what's going on. She look like she's saying to the world, listen, I ain't rocking at all with no damn Candace. Fam, does she look like she's trying to be friends? Does she look like she's out here on some, you know what, we need to unite? Nah, bruh. She out here ready for whatever. She ready for whatever. It'll go down however it go down. She's down for some real action. She, as we showed last week, my husband, he will rise, and anyone who doesn't like it will fold, will fall. We own them. So when you sit here and you looking at her, that right there is saying we need some real type of action going down. And Candace Owens is sitting right there in the way, just like a damn tether. Family, ain't the Tethers always doing that? Ain't the Tethers always sitting in the middle of something, thinking things is good, thinking everything is sweet, saying, oh, that won't happen now. We all friends. No, I got her back. She got my back. We got each other's back. I don't think Erica is rocking with you there, Candace, but I understand your Tetherism will not let that slide. So your Tetherism is going to behoove you. But I'm here to let you know now, Karen ain't there to play no games. So what I'm seeing when I'm looking at Miss Karen right there, or Miss Erica Karen, she's on a type of time and an energy where she wants some smoke. And all of the other W women are out there telling her, we gonna go ahead and give some smoke if you don't. So she's being challenged right now by the system of supremacy to go and handle Candace Owens, whether Candace knows it or not. But family, ain't that real indicative of these tethers? They never seem to know anything. Never, not at all. Family, let me show y'all this as well. As we go down the line, let me show y'all this, because these tethers are on real funny style time. The men ain't rocking with her either. I'm going to show y'all how the men are out there. The men are out there calling her out. The dominant society is getting on code. Somebody made a point last week. Y'all notice Candace's husband been quiet, right? He been real quiet because remember, supremacy is their first love. So he's not coming out there sticking up for her. Nobody is rocking with Candace Owens. Watch this. Watch Brad. I done showed you Karen and Ken, or Karen that looked like a Ken, but now let me show you Brad and Chad. They out here and they saying the same damn thing. Watch dude. Dude said, I ain't rocking with Candace Owens, no way, shape, or form. Watch this.
Just about enough of Candace Owens.
I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA.
No, you're not. Girl, you might be one of the greatest examples of failing upwards I've ever seen in my life. Like, first of all, when it comes to Turning Point, you were fired because you were praising Hitler. I mean, you claimed you left because you wanted to focus on Blexit, which pretty much became nothing, like everything else you've ever tried to do in your career. Most of you probably never heard of this lady until she started working at Turning Point. But back in 2015, she started a company called Green 180. It was a liberal marketing company. In fact, her entire company was dedicated to attacking Tea Party Republicans. That company failed less than 10 months later. Then in 2016, she started socialautopsy.com, where she endeavored to expose the bullies on the internet. What it was a doxing page. And that's why everybody opposed it, and Kickstarter pulled your funding, because you were creating a website to commit a crime. And magically in 2017, she became conservative. She started talking about racism and inequality and identity, all three things that she was in favor of like a year prior. Then she launched a new website and a YouTube channel called Red Pill Black. That also failed. Then in 2017, she started working at Turning Point. 2019, she was fired. Then she tried to start her own show on PragerU. That failed. And she tried to start her own thing at Daily Wire. That failed. And she was fired because she was working for Jewish people while being openly anti-Semitic. Fucking duh. Don't do that. Then she started the fucking Freedom Phone. It turned out to be just a $120 Chinese phone that she sold for $500. But yeah, big surprise. Nobody bought that. And she worked for Glorify, which is an anti-woke startup bank, who also failed in November. And now she's a YouTuber who grabs at any fucking conspiracy theory she can find and keeps the money coming in by being a dedicated anti-Semite. Yeah, I'm sorry, Candace. You weren't one of the Masons of Turning Point. You came in 5 years after they started up, and you were fired because you're an awful person. But please, just fucking stop. Please don't force Turning Point to be any more clear about how much they don't like you.
Damn. Tell us how you really feel there, Brad. Tell us how you really feel. Brad, I got a sneaky suspicion. Brad don't really like Candace too much. I don't think he really like her at all. And you see them coming out left and right, fam. So this rebranding of Candace Owens is nothing more than what we said, fam. It's a mere attempt to try to get foundational Black Americans on board with some type of we are the world. Because remember, y'all, every situation will be used as a we are the world to get Black Americans to fall for something that we're not going to fall for. On top of that, you're also going to see these individuals use this as a catalyst to get foundational Black Americans to pivot off of where we're on. Because right now, y'all, we've been exposing the dominant society unlike they've really been exposed in quite some time. And there was a lot of things that just happened to go down at the same exact time, simultaneously. You know, like they were running around here trying to tell Black Americans about crime. And then next thing you know, they had like the biggest public crime occur right then and there. They don't like the fact that we've been calling that out. So the fact that we have exposed them in that aspect, that right now has got them very embarrassed. The dominant society is taking L's, and all L's are being handed out, and FBA are the ones handing them out very, very smoothly, right? So one of the extra things that I've noticed when it comes to these communities and these people, and you see that they're ready to go, because right now they fighting right now. They're not going to tell you on national television. Y'all seen how all of that turned out now with, what's my name, Jimmy Kimmel, right? Y'all see with the Jimmy Kimmel situation, did y'all see that they have got this man and canceled his show? And we've been talking about W on W crime. Fam, that's W on W crime. That's all W on W crime. What is that? What is that? It done went all the way up to the highest ranks. Think about it. All the people you see that are losing their jobs and they're getting dismissed, those are a bunch of W's. That's not us. That's not us. So in the streets, they're clashing. And then on cable television, they're clashing. Politically, they're clashing. Everywhere you go, they're clashing, and we're not involved at all. And watch now. Remember, it started off with the Charlie Kirk situation and all of the liberals were making jokes. Then the conservatives declared war. Remember, it's not us who are talking about a civil war. It's them by their own admission. Now liberals are coming out and they're saying it ain't going to be safe for MAGA. They're so mad at the Jimmy Kimmel situation that they're out here telling everybody that MAGA is not going to be safe. Watch this, y'all. Now the liberals want they clap back, and we're going to sit here and we're going to watch it. Look at this, fam. These TikTok liberals are calling out MAGA right now. Watch this lady. She says
There
the
will come
streets
a day
is
in the
about
not
to
so
get
distant
hot.
future where MAGA Republicans or former MAGA Republicans will not be able to live in peace in this country anymore. Not exactly sure what that's going to look like, but I know for certain that you're either going to have to leave this country or completely hide any evidence that you ever supported Donald Trump in order to just walk out of your house. Even in the most rural conservative areas of this country, prior to January 2025, you couldn't walk out of your house and fly a schmazzy flag around and be vocally proud about the fact that you're a white supremacist. Half the town might agree with you, but there would be consequences for that. There'll be a day very soon where those consequences are not only going to be reinstated in society, but it's also going to be impossible for you to do anything in peace. If you choose to live out and proud about the fact that you supported Donald Trump during this time, your life's going to be miserable. Unless you sequester yourself to your small, little, rural East Texas town and never leave.
Man, fam, them sound like threats to me. Them sound like liberal threats. The rhetoric has only grown. The animosity has only grown. If you look in every aspect and every corridor of American society, you're seeing one common denominator, and that is the liberals and the conservatives are in full-fledged battle mode. A battle in which we predicted, and remember, they're out here only living out what we said any damn way. So that's what's popping off in the streets. And fam, that was typically a conservative that was talking like that. No, that is a liberal. So the liberals now want they clap back. Yes, they do. But let me tell you how intense it's gotten. Fam, as I was doing research and looking at everything and analyzing and observing this, something caught my attention, something in which we predicted a few days ago. Do y'all remember when we said they are about to throw Charlie under the bus? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when we all sat here and said, man, I'm going to tell you right now, the next step is they about to throw Charlie completely under the bus. Family, it is happening right now. They throw in Charlie Kirk under the bus so fast because like we always tell people, whether people is listening or we making them listen, supremacy does not like supremacists. Supremacy only protects supremacy so they can all benefit from it. And this is being highlighted and exposed completely. We told everybody that they was throwing them under the bus. I mean, fam, all the tea leaves and the signs are there. They have this Tyler Robinson guy, and they don't talk about him. Matter of fact, I just seen y'all on Tuesday. How many times have y'all seen Tyler Robinson since Tuesday? This right now is the biggest suspect in America who just had the biggest crime in the world, a crime that everybody's talking about, and you ain't seen him one damn time, have you? Have you seen his picture? And if you see anybody showing his picture, it's probably us talking about what we talking about right now. How many times have you seen Tyler Robinson? You ain't seen him. Now, y'all know if Tyler Robinson's name was Marcus, you'd be seeing it everywhere. If it was Julio, you'd see it everywhere. If it was Muhammad, you'd see it everywhere. So how come you ain't seeing it? Why? It's because the system of supremacy does not highlight their criminals, because if you highlight a criminal, that means you have to profile what that criminal looks like and who that criminal looks like. And that criminal, 9 times out of 10, look like they kids. But now everybody's catching on to what we be saying. What I be telling y'all, I said right here on the Black Alpha Network, we be making history. And y'all notice, we always ahead of the world, right? Now people are coming out from MAGA and they saying, Donald Trump, you need to do more. They're not liking Donald Trump's response to the Tyler Robinson, the Charlie Kirk situation. I showed everybody just on Tuesday. They asked Donald Trump. They said, hey, how you feel about Charlie Kirk? He said, I don't know. Y'all see them helicopters? Let me tell you how I feel about them. Y'all see them new trucks? Let me tell y'all how I feel about them. We done made a whole new wing in the White House. We done put some paint on it. He was talking about everything except you want to talk about changing the subject and flip-flopping. Donald Trump's not talking about Charlie Kirk no more. And now people are making little videos and they're saying, Donald Trump, we elected you to do more. Because remember, Donald Trump is a New York W supremacist, billionaire. He doesn't have the same tactical measures that a Southern supremacist has. There's two different things. The only reason why all of the Southern supremacists somehow found this new love for Northern supremacists, because to be real, Southern supremacists never liked them Yankees up top. We didn't create the term Yankee. We didn't create the Confederacy and the Union. That's their battle. Anytime you see people who are from the South and they out of nowhere love some rich New York supremacists, typically the New York supremacist is playing them. And I've told everybody that. Donald Trump is playing Jethro. Donald Trump's version of supremacy is a little different. His version of supremacy is, I like who likes me. He said that before. If you go to Donald Trump right now with a deal, he can make money. Oh, he going to throw all them under the bus. So he comes out there and he plays to his base. And all them Jethros that are in a trailer park with no teeth, they be like, yeah, damn right. Damn right. The reason I can't say it because this is a platform. So you got to be careful. That's why. You got to be very careful out here. Okay. We ain't reckless with what we do. No, we stay very sharp and we stay with it. We ain't going to crash out. No. You got to be professional. You got to have some professionalism in here. You got to know when to say things, how to say them, and the way to get it right, okay? That's in the system of supremacy. You can't just go out there just saying any damn thing you want to. It don't work that way. You got to be very, very clear with what you're saying. So that's why we watch what we do and watch what we say. Not just here and everywhere we go. And I want y'all to do the same. This ain't no crash out network. No. We ain't here. So as I was saying, these people know damn well that they never really liked him. Because I remember what they used to say about him. I remember, fam, before Donald Trump became president, how many times did you hear any supremacists from Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina ever talk about him? I heard rappers talk more about him than NEW did. I heard more rappers. Let me in now. Bill Gates, Donald Trump. Southerners didn't rock with that Yankee. They didn't. They didn't rock with people in the Civil War. What Donald Trump has done, he's came in and he's added this tactical way where he be playing these people because he's doing his version of supremacy. Anybody who's lived in the North, in the South, or even on the West Coast, the tactics of supremacy vary. Okay, this is why you got to travel. In the West Coast, they got a different version of supremacy. In the West Coast, they'll go out there and they'll make friends and play with all the Mexicans. They don't do that down South. No, they don't. Okay. And up North, they'll play little games with black folks left and right, but they have a real sneaky version of supremacy in the North. The Northern version of supremacy is very sneaky. It's a very sneaky way. They'll say things behind closed doors. In the South, it's more overt. So if you go different, it's terrains. Every terrain has a different version of supremacy. Donald Trump is using New York supremacy, billionaire New York supremacy. And if you really know the history of America, then you understand the way this was. Absolutely. Good point. Donald Trump used to be a damn liberal. He was a Democrat. Okay. How'd you go? You're a billionaire, old money, Democrat from New York. And now you got all these lifelong conservatives in the deep South that love you. Nah, bro. But now, if you look, a lot of them are starting to turn on him. Watch this, family. Now, a lot of them are coming out and they saying, well, you ain't did enough. And fam, do y'all know they just asked Donald Trump about Charlie Kirk and free speech? And they said, well, Charlie, he was kind of for free speech. And Donald Trump responded and said, I bet he wouldn't be now. Just dissed him. Y'all watch this, fam. Oh, yes, indeed. This W Civil War is going to another level, one in which we've been calling for a week straight. Watch this.
I am calling on President Trump and the Republican Party to do more to honor Charlie. Though I appreciate them wanting to erect a golden statue of Charlie in the Capitol and to name a national holiday after Charlie.
An entrepreneur, an influencer, one of the most important conservative minds on the planet is dead because of Democrat rhetoric. Mr. President, I don't know what your response to this is going to be, but there damn well better be one. Woo! The American people did not elect you to sit back and allow American citizens to be assassinated for their opinions.
That sounds like he Jethro checking. This ain't a G check. This is a Jethro check. He J checking him. Jethro is checking Donald J. Trump. But let me tell you something. The J don't stand for Jethro. Nah, y'all notice how that Southern supremacy is starting to pop out against the Northern supremacist? If you know the system of supremacy, rest in peace to Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Neely Fuller. If you really study it, then you know these people got a lot of different tactics and they have a lot of conflict amongst each other based on region. He getting bold. That Southern supremacy, he ain't playing. He really wants to say, you damn Yankee. That's what he really wants to say.
And allow American citizens to be assassinated for their opinions. I don't know what your response is going to be, but it better be swift and it better be forceful. We know the people that are behind this. We know the voices that are driving it. We know the networks that are funding it. We know the accounts and the influencers and the social media propagandists who are pushing it. And every single one of them need to get a knock on the door by the FBI. We've all seen the videos. We've all seen the accounts. We've all seen the rhetoric. We've all seen the violence. We see the rage that is growing on the radical left, and it has to be stopped. They're not going to stop it on their own because this is exactly what they intended. Mr. President, you need to do something, and you got to do something fast. These people cannot continue to radicalize a portion of the country, or else it's going to get worse.
I am calling on President Trump.
Woo! Oh, family, he talking cash money. He talking bold. He just told Trump what to do. He just told him what to do because remember, there's always the politician supremacist and then there is the neighborhood average everyday supremacist. And the politician works for the average everyday. And if the average everyday got a problem, you get videos like that. So y'all see how it's escalating because this is what these people know. They know conflict. They know conflict. There's no way that this situation was going to occur and just stay in a liberal conservative. Now you're starting to see the conservatives are turning on each other. You're starting to see the conservatives is battling left and right. But family, is getting even further and more people are starting to pick up on it. One in which we called first. Remember, y'all, we are the ones who said all of this before when nobody was talking about it, right? Well, look at this right here, fam. Y'all really going to enjoy this one. More people are coming out and they've been noticing it. And then Donald Trump comes out and makes a statement of, I bet he would care now. Donald Trump basically just mocked Charlie. And we've been following step for step everything. Y'all look at this right here. Everybody now is saying, what the hell did you just say?
So the president goes on Fox News in the interview and he was reminded that Charlie Kirk said there's no such thing as hate speech. And I quote, the president said, he might not be saying that now. What is wrong with that man?
Charlie said, that there was no such thing as hate speech. He obviously, no one anticipated what happened to Charlie, but you have always been,
Trump supporters. We've been screaming.
Damn, he might not be saying that now. Wow.
No such thing as hate speech. He obviously, no one anticipated what happened to Charlie, but you have always been,
Trump supporters. We've been screaming at you that this man is a narcissist that does not care about you. Charlie Kirk did not make him lose 1 minute of sleep. His unaliving. There's nothing in any of the energy he's getting off that says he gives a rat's ass that Charlie Kirk is gone.
So the president goes on Fox News in the interview and he was reminded that Charlie Kirk said there's no.
Damn, Trump, you just said you don't give half a damn. Trump said, whatever, it is what it is. See, because Donald Trump understands first off, Donald Trump uses people. All right. That's just what he is. Donald Trump uses all of these people. And now he's on to the next one. And he's like, hey, it is what it is. Cool. We'll make this, that, and everybody go home and we'll just live happily ever after. That's where he's at with it. But I'm going to tell you right now is by the messages and every little video they're making, Jethro ain't too cool about that. Jethro don't look like he's going to accept that answer. Jethro looks like he's saying, no, Trump, we need no. Matter of fact, Jethro said it. He said, you better do more. So the fact that Jethro was telling him, you better do more, and then you just seen Karen telling Candace, you better do more. Matter of fact, fam, boy, as we speak, we see things. Let me tell you what it just dawned on me. All of the Karens right now, they are G-checking Erica Kirk and telling her, you better get on code because you got this melanated woman running around here talking about she best friends with your husband. And if you don't check her, that's going to look bad on all of us. So the Karens right now are checking Erica Kirk. And now you're starting to see a trend of a lot of these Kens, they checking Donald Trump and saying, you better do more. So you can see on both sides, they're all lining up and they all got a conflict. On top of that, they beefing with the liberals in the process. You want to talk about some infighting? Don't let these people tell you it's the Brady Bunch and it's the Partridge family. No, it may be the Brady Bunch on fentanyl. It may be the Partridge family on Oxycontin, but they got some issues that they going to have to iron out. And we're watching it as it all unfolds. So more and more people are seeing this and they saying, hold up, wait a damn minute. Trump, we not liking that. And all through social media, that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing a lot of people are saying, this is very strange, Trump. You're not really responding the way that we want it. Because let's be real, y'all. Donald Trump, going back to what we're talking about selling a bill of goods to the conservative party and to the Southern supremacists. He came to the Southern supremacists and they really want him to just go all out in war. That's really what they want. They want Donald Trump to come out and say, we getting everybody. We rounding everybody up. Everybody getting snatched up. That's what they really want Donald Trump to do. But Donald Trump is being a supremacist who is a swindler and a New York billionaire hustler. And what he's doing, he's giving them little dog bones here, there. And now he's talking about trucks and cars and he's changing the subject. That ain't sitting too good with Billy Bob. Billy Bob is sitting there with his tobacco and his beer, and he's saying, I want a war with liberals. That's what he's saying. And Donald Trump's not giving that to him. So y'all now starting to see the inter-conservative battle. That's what's going on that side. But it goes even further, fam. Oh, yeah, they talk about a rabbit hole. I told y'all, ain't nobody going to give it to you live like us. Look at this right here, fam. This is even more so to our point of what we're saying. Nick Fuentes, he's coming out. And he's saying that Donald Trump hasn't done enough. So, family, now it's starting to trickle onto the political figures. So you got Billy Bob and Jethro who live in a trailer, and they got 13 cousins and 15 wives, right? Now you're starting to see the Nick Fuenteses of the world. They're popping up. They're calling it out. You're starting to see some of these political pundits. They're questioning why Donald Trump hasn't done enough. Oh, there's some leaks in the House of Supremacy. There's some problemos in the House of Supremacy, and nobody else is going to talk about it except for us, certified Black society, all 2.8 thousand we got in here in less than 1 hour. Smash that like button, everybody. We riding FBA Friday. Watch Nick Fuentes come out, and he says, Donald Trump, you need to be a man. And I'm laughing. Watch this, brothers and sisters. Here we go.
Y'all, did you hear what Nick Fuentes said?
I was genuinely disturbed by Trump's reaction to Charlie Kirk's death. Isn't this your friend? They asked him about it the day after, and he said, yeah, anyway, so we're building the new East Wing. Are you serious? You got shot. This is your 31-year-old friend who supported you for years. You know him by name. Your son is friends with him. It doesn't seem like he could be bothered. He didn't go to the memorial. He's golfing. He's dancing at a sports outing. Shame on all of the Trump shills for not calling this out. They will praise anything. The Department of War, the Gulf of America. Where is the leadership? Where's the messaging? Where's the information? Where is the whole of government effort to get to the bottom of this, keep the American public apprised, deter future attacks, and to ensure that this will not happen again?
I feel like I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. Whoa.
No, you ain't in the Twilight Zone. This is good old-fashioned supremacist infighting. Nah, this ain't nothing new. This your community. There ain't nothing new under the sun, y'all. She out there acting like this is brand new. This ain't brand new. Nah, this is your community and how your community gets down. Yes, the hell it is. Y'all see that right there? Y'all seen it. We seen it. We all just watched it. Nick Fuentes took it even further, though. He didn't just keep it simple. He went all the way with it. He said, you're doing everything except riding for old Charlie. Yeah. So the critiques are mounting up.
To get to the bottom of this, keep the American public apprised, deter future attacks, and to ensure that this will not happen again.
I feel like I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. Whoa. Y'all, did you hear what Nick?
Yeah, buddy. You damn right. Family, we are highlighting all of these internal problems that they got going on. And if you can look, clear as day, there's a hell of a lot of them. But he ended up taking it a step further. He said that was your 31-year-old friend. You were out there dancing, fam. Did we not just on Tuesday talk about how Donald Trump went to go play golf? We just talked about it on Tuesday. This is why we the best, hottest channel on the planet Earth, better than everybody. Point blank. It's because when we say things are happening, they happen. When we say things are going to happen, they happen. And we're to the point now where we're calling out every single section, and these people are living out every single thing that we speak of. If you seen right there, he took it a step further. He said, why y'all doing this? He's saying, why you ain't here? Why you ain't that? When was the last time you seen the conservatives having this much critique for Donald Trump? They basically went along with everything that Donald ever said. Donald Trump said anything. They were like, yes, sir, boss, yes, sir, massa. How are y'all on an issue with Trump? At the same time, you're on an issue with the liberals. At the same time, you got the north, south, east, west battle. It seems like a lot. Somebody said the meth and possum stew. Goddamn, that's funny as hell. You can see that they got a lot of stuff bubbling on their side of the fence. And Nick Fuentes is out there and he's saying, hey, you need to step your game up. You need to get your act together. And if your act is not together, then we're going to have us a severe problem. And speaking of severe problems, family, my good brothers and sisters, did y'all see Barack Obama come out? Did y'all see Barack Obama? Barack, you're still out here tap dancing. Barack, your mama's side is jumping out the screen. And your daddy's side is jumping out the screen. Did y'all see Barack Obama thought he was going to come out and go viral with the "can't we all get along" speech? He went to some summit to go speak. And at this summit, he was saying all these things about peace and we need to have a difference of opinions and everything that Charlie Kirk talks about, everything the conservatives talk about. Barack comes out and says the same thing. Family, I'm here to let everybody know. Breaking news, but it ain't shocking news. Barack Obama's still on some all lives matter talk. It don't matter what these conservatives say. It don't matter that the liberals done turned on him. It don't matter that he's racially homeless. This man is doing the same thing that he was doing 15, 20 years ago. He's still tap dancing for Zaddy. He's still walking the tightrope, straddling the fence, don't want to upset nobody while they blame him. They blame Barack Obama for things that we know Barack Obama didn't have the courage to do. Let me tell you the reality and why this man is racially homeless, okay? In foundational Black American society, certified Black society, we know that he is cowardly and he will never challenge or resist the system of supremacy. It's not in him. But somehow in the conservative world, they act like he's a Black Panther. They act like he been out here riding for us. They act like Barack Obama is coming to every reparations rally. He's standing on business. He down for us, riding for the cause. That ain't Barack Obama. And if he knows that because they come at him with it, he still pretends that everything is sweet and everything is good. He's still out there saying, no, we have a certain stimulus and we're all friends and right here in America. He's still talking all of that. Family, look at this right here. Barack Obama comes out and he gives a speech. And in this speech, fam, he really thought he was going to get these conservatives to go to his side. And all this did was backfire on him again. Watch this, y'all.
What happened to Charlie Kirk was horrific and a tragedy. What happened, as you mentioned, to the state legislators in Minnesota, that is horrific. It is a tragedy. And there are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The central premise of our democratic system is that we have to be able to disagree and have sometimes really contentious debates without resort to violence. And when it happens to somebody, even if you think they're quote unquote on the other side of the argument, that's a threat to all of us. And we have to be clear and forthright in condemning it. Obviously, I didn't know Charlie Kirk. I was generally aware of some of his ideas. I think those ideas were wrong. But that doesn't negate the fact that what happened was a tragedy and that I mourn for him and his family. He's a young man with 2 small children and a wife who obviously, and a huge number of friends and supporters who cared about him. So we have to extend grace to people during their period of mourning and shock. And so when
we got to extend grace, y'all. We got to extend grace. Do you mean amazing grace? Like you sang when we were harmed in a church in South Carolina? That's what you mean? Because remember, y'all, when all of that went down, what did Barack Obama do? Amazing grace. He came out and gave us a song. So he's still talking about amazing grace, but it's a different kind of grace. The grace for him, when he's talking about everybody else, is can't we all get along and all lives matter? Y'all see this right here. And I'm telling you, the dominant society ain't going for none of this, fam. They out here destroying this dude. And notice how he's still fumbling, stumbling, bumbling. There's a certain, we came so far, he don't even know what he's saying. Because the indecision that you hear in his tone is basically him saying, I don't want to upset them damn W's.
I hear not just our current president, but his aides, who have a history of calling political opponents vermin, enemies, who need to be targeted. That speaks to a broader problem that we have right now. And something that we're going to have to...
A broader problem? See, fam, Barack is the master at spreading all this around. Just come out and say, this ain't got nothing to do with black people. Just say it. Just say, this has nothing to do with black folks. I'm not talking about black people. Black folks, this has nothing to do with y'all. You notice how he always is saying, we, they, everybody. Y'all see this now. This is how he's been talking the whole time. This is exactly the same thing why black Americans said, we ain't rocking with dude. Because even in this situation where there ain't no black people around, no brothers and sisters available, he's still talking about we. He will not put this on a particular community because that particular community he is beholden to. And we see you. You can see that, yeah, he was babbling, wasn't he? There's a certain way that we all know how to do it. And let me tell y'all how much that backfired. I'm going to tell you how much that backfired. That backfired so much, family, that same community that we're talking about, they didn't see none of that. See, Barack spent that whole thing talking about we all on the same page. Can't we all get along? We all friends. And family, let me show you how the dominant society responded to that. The dominant society didn't sit there and say, oh, great point. The dominant society didn't say Obama stepped up and was a leader. The dominant society came out and they put out stuff like this right here. Look what they ended up saying about Barack Obama, fam. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see? They tell Barack Obama, they said, in response to Charlie Kirk's political execution, Barack Obama now claims he never promoted the racial division, destroying our nation today. This scumbag is running scared. The only move left is false flags so they can play victim. Damn, Barack. Damn. You did all of that straddling the fence, and they still called you out your name. They still called you out your name. You did all of that. He really thought he was going to be good, didn't he? He was like, well, this will win them over. They'll all like me if I say this. He did all of that for nothing. All of that for nothing, family, and to still get called out. But isn't that very, very indicative of his time as president? Ain't that exactly what he did when he was in the White House? And this shows you, fam, rain, sleet, hail, snow, Barack Obama is always going to have this type of energy for the dominant society because he loves the dominant society. That is who he is beholden to. That is who he's down with. That is who he's riding for. These people call this man every single name in the book. And he still does what? He still turns around and says, well, you know, we all friends. Can't we all just get along? Can't we all just be on the same page? What about the same level? No, they don't want to be friends with you, Barack. They're not rocking with you, Barack. They're not down with you, Barack. It's all about the system of supremacy. And what he thinks is that he is going to be the system of supremacy's best friend. This is exactly the same thing that what Candace Owens is doing. didn't we just sit here and tell everybody that these people truly deep down inside believe that they are W's? That is exactly what it is. And fam, all of that tap dancing from Barack, and let me show you something. He did all that, right? Do y'all know somebody stood up in the crowd and heckled him? Somebody stands up in the crowd and heckled him. So out of nowhere, let's get this right. Barack Obama has not been the president for decades. And now they're out there calling him out and blaming him for the Charlie Kirk situation. Out of nowhere, let's be real, y'all. Out of nowhere last week, Megyn Kelly just blamed him. That's Megyn Kelly just did it. Megyn Kelly just straight up said, hey, it's on him. He did it. And then look at this, fam. They came out and just straight up said, hey, Barack Obama, this is your fault. Barack Obama, we were good until you showed up. Barack Obama, you are the root of all racism in the United States of America. And what does he do in response, fam? He answers the question. Watch this right here. Somebody stood up in the crowd and wasn't playing. Watch this. Here we go.
Please.
Sir, I'm not the president of the United States currently. So there's no point in shouting at me.
Don't shout at me.
There's no point in shouting at me about it. I'm not in charge of foreign policy currency.
Please.
Well, there you go. But now, listen, by the way, what's happened, I think we're going to have some time to talk about overseas.
Look at that, y'all. Look at him. Look, fam, did he just sit there and say, there's no point in yelling at me? Did y'all see this, fam? They blaming this dude for Charlie Kirk, and he's sitting back accepting it. Still talking about all lives matter.
Sir,
Please.
Sir, I'm not the president of the United States currently. So there's no point in shouting at me. There's no point in shouting at me about it. I'm not in charge of foreign policy.
Get his words out.
I'm not in charge of foreign policy currency.
Family, this is what we be saying about this guy. This is exactly what we be saying about this guy, and how long have we been saying it? You can see it like I can see it, like the whole world is watching. Dude sitting there getting punked. You got random people in the audience yelling at dude. He's sitting there saying, well, I'm not the president. Why are you yelling at me? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we be saying, fam. So out of nowhere, Megyn Kelly just pops up and says it's all Barack Obama's fault. And then on social media, everybody started saying it's Barack Obama's fault. And then Barack Obama comes out and basically said, be nice to me. You know, can I be nice? Can we be fair? So you already see what it's been, and you already see the way things are going. They will always have some type of spite, some type of envy towards us, and they will always treat him like a doormat. That's just the way it goes, and that's how the dominant society runs. And we know this, but when you look at him, it's the same thing you're seeing when you look at Candace Owens. You're dealing with two Tethers. Let's be real. You're dealing with two Tethers, family, who deep down inside believe that they can somehow still get in on the dominant society. They feel that they still got that opportunity. They feel that one way or another, they can get in that house and they'll be accepted. And this is why foundational Black Americans have done what? This is why we've delineated. See, we can't have that type of energy in our mix. We can't have those type of people with those type of thoughts and that type of action. We have to completely stay away from them people, because they are the ones who come over here, cloak themselves in our identity, and then that punctified energy they try to place on us. This is why you stay away from both of them on both sides of the fence. But fam, you got a lot of people that have been coming out and they've been running their mouth about this situation, still upset, because this situation upset everybody. They don't want to see Master hurt. They don't want to see the colonizer hurt. The people they love so much, they don't want to see them down bad. No, they don't want to see that. Barack Obama deep down inside is upset because he don't want to see Charlie hurt. That's what it is. Candace is upset because she don't want to see him hurt. They feel real different when somebody from a certain complexion gets hurt or harmed. They don't like that. How do you know? It's because whenever something bad happens to us, they make all types of reckless statements. Whenever something bad happens to them, you already see the game. But there's this one person that came out and they were running around here talking about how Black Americans this and Black Americans that, and consistently trying to dump this on foundational Black Americans. And like we said, y'all, the reason why they try to do that is because they understand we don't care. So everything is some type of way to pull us in because they need our involvement. And the Tether's been the main ones. Like we said, fam, the Tethers are out here every day talking about Jesus and talking about Charlie. So ain't it right to assume that they see Charlie as Jesus? You damn right they do. Watch this right here, fam. This is what we're talking about these certain individuals. They come out here, they fake the front, they perpetrate the fraud, and they really deep down inside wish that they were us. And by the way, you see a headband hiding the hairline. This is a tether.
Mashed potatoes, fool. There's no way y'all believe this man was truly racist. How is somebody racist for saying that you should be judged of the content of your character, not the color of your skin? Like MLK did. You remember what MLK said? Like what, bro? He wanted you to have merit. He let us know that there was nothing holding us back from doing whatever the white man could. Like, bro, I literally do not see how y'all feel like there's something in America that the white man can do that y'all can't do. You can do anything in this world that you want to do, bro. Don't let your people tell you that you can't, bro. All you need to do is have hard work, dedication, and some grit, bro. That's all you need to be successful in this world, bro. Discipline, respect, be good to people, bro. You'll be good, bro. I promise you, bro. There are absolutely zero laws in place preventing a black man from doing anything that a white man could. If you can find one, please pull one up and send one to my DM. I am begging you, bro. Pull up one single law that says black people can't do this, but white people can. Please, I offer you $1,000 right there.
You ain't got $1,000, homeboy. And if you did it, go to a FBA hairline surgery. So stop playing. Listen, you see what I say about these Tethers, family? These Tethers are still running around here talking about there's not no law that says it. There's no law. The system of supremacy has all the laws. They're written inside of their heads. That's what it is. All right. And the fact that they run around here trying to use the excuse of there's no laws on paper. First off, there are. Second off, the dominant society is clever enough to not put them on paper. The dominant society is clever enough to not show you. The dominant society is clever enough to keep everything covert. It's called covert supremacy. That's what it is. And this is why we say these Tethers are so far behind in every single aspect, and we delineate from them in every single aspect. Because if you don't, you're going to see these people running around here saying stuff like this. How come it ain't on paper? How come they ain't out here? How come you ain't showing your hairline, homie?
This second, right now. Would love to pull this card. So, if I got on a plane and seen a black pilot, I'll be concerned and I'll be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. When black pilots are 2% of the pilots in the United States of America, but I'll be concerned too, especially under Joe Biden's administration where he was pushing DEI everywhere, yo. When you go get heart surgery, like Charlie said, bro, in remembrance of Charlie, bro, if you go get heart surgery, you're not going to say, I hope the doctor is black. No, you're going to say, I hope they put the most qualified person to cut my heart open. Are y'all dumb, bro?
Fam, first off, I need to get a chapstick alert. What's up with these people hiding hairlines and needing chapstick? This man needs some chapstick all damn day. I see the ash popping off his lip. Fam, you know it's bad when the ash is sticking to the damn camera. All right, this man out here looking like Mount St. Helens up in here. Somebody get this man some chapstick ASAP. It ain't working for him. It ain't working. This type of ranting and babbling, nobody's believing it. And these people that they send out to just say random stuff, fam, that ain't going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere. You're trying to put us on game about supremacy when it's clear you're a puppet of supremacy, an absolute puppet of supremacy. And when I start talking about these puppets of supremacy, all you got to do is go down the list and you can see everything. Talk about Candace Owens. Candace Owens, when you look at every single thing that she's ever done and said, look at that right there, y'all. Look at that type of statement that Candace Owens was saying. Because notice, y'all, this is a situation that has highlighted the tether energy. The tether energy is out there, and you can see the tether energy clear as day. Candace Owens been running around here on that tether time saying things like that right there. Yes, the hell she has. Barack Obama was in there saying, y'all be nice to me. The last guy who looks like he needs about 500 pounds of chapstick, same thing. Y'all remember when Candace came out and said this right here? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, Candace has had a whole gang of things that she's been saying about Black Americans. And if you notice, that is the trend of all of these damn tethers, y'all. They are out here now seeing this as an opportunity to say the things that we've been watching them say for a long damn time. What's new under the sun, y'all? Nothing. So how long are these people going to continuously say these things and expect foundational Black Americans to not call them out? You're wasting your time, your energy, and all your damn effort, because we understand how you think, and we understand what you're saying. But y'all got to remember, Candace also said this right here. Yep, we got receipts for days. Yep. How about that? Did you ever see a black person that you thought was innocent? Did you ever see a black person that you thought was real? Did you ever see a black person that you thought deserved to live? Because that ain't what I'm seeing when it comes to you. That ain't what I'm seeing when it comes to what you're saying. And this is why people out there ain't falling for your rebrand, because we understand that your rebrand is exactly what it is. You trying to change a brand. That's what you're doing. You trying to change your brand because your brand name is trash out here in these damn streets. What about this, by the way, family? Juneteenth is ghetto and made up. So for the whole let her ride, she made some points, everything is good. No. For a multitude of reasons. One, we got all them receipts that show you how anti-black Candace has always been. And for two, we understand it's coming from that same energy of a Caribbean person, of an African person. See, a lot of folks a couple years ago, y'all remember when they was trying to tell us that Candace Owens was FBA? Y'all remember that? Yeah, because there's always a section of people who are always trying to like get Candace Owens some type of clout. You always have that, fam. There's always people trying to do that, and we've been pushing that away. No. Hell no. But if you notice, fam, she's been saying the same exact things that Charlie was saying. As a matter of fact, when Charlie was saying them, Candace Owens was sitting right there going right along with it. Yes, the hell she was. We got a lot of receipts of Candace nodding her head yes. So don't come to me talking about Candace Owens made some points and she is rebranding herself and she's a good person again, and then flip around and say you didn't like Charlie. Because in order to say one about her, you got to say the same thing about him. Look at this, fam. Did y'all ever see this right here? Let's show that duo in action, shall we? Let me show you what it was like when Candace Owens was sitting there talking with Charlie. Look how they're teaming up against black folks. Watch this.
I'll start off with my credentials since apparently they matter.
Oh, they definitely don't matter.
I'm an 8-year military veteran. I'm a college student. I'm a black woman. And I believe that white privilege exists.
Thank you for
the
your
reason
service.
why white privilege exists is because you guys refuse to acknowledge the history that put people in this position. You want to tell me that white privilege doesn't exist when white people had a upper hand for 250 years to develop generational wealth, and that black people didn't get the right to vote until the 60s, and you're going to tell me that white privilege doesn't exist?
What's funny about that is blacks were doing better during
Why
that
do we
time.
always call people
No,
black?
because you
Can't we just be black people? Can we just be like African Americans or something? Why are we
the
just
black
blacks?
community? How would you like it said? What makes you feel better on the inside?
Really, anything else other than what you're saying?
Anything else, right? In the Jim Crow era, blacks were doing better. Economically, we're outpacing whites under the Jim Crow era. Then we
Let's see. It probably has to do with the fact that we had our own communities before the fucking KKK came and burned them down.
The KKK were Democrats, but give me a second. So after $22 trillion of government handouts and a black president
after how many years of slavery and 44.
Look at her, fam. She ain't standing on no damn business. She ain't standing on no principle. She's saying the same exact thing that Charlie Kirk was saying because that's how she feels. This is that same fake intellectualism that they be trying to do to reduce and minimize the system of supremacy. Y'all seeing it right here. Y'all notice Candace ain't been showing none of these videos where she's sitting there in concert with Charlie and they both are sitting there berating foundational black American culture and whoever this lady is. By the way, this lady is an 8-year military veteran. So they're sitting there talking about her like she ain't nothing. As a matter of fact, if you heard, she said, I'm a military veteran. And Candace said, oh, that don't mean nothing over here. That don't mean a damn thing. This is the real Candace Owens. Yeah, because right now, social media is ablaze with all of her conspiracy theories. She's doing videos and everybody's saying, oh my God, look what Candace is saying. I don't give a damn what Candace is saying because this is what Candace been saying and didn't nobody call her out but us. Ain't no rebrands in our lineage. We gonna stand certified all the damn time and watch her tooth and nail go back and forth with this lady.
4 white presidents, 44 white male presidents, 97% white male Congress.
So you're actually the reason why people like us can't do well because they sold you our oppression and you bought it. Blacks were doing better under the Jim Crow era.
If you acknowledge the oppression of other people,
blacks were doing better under Jim Crow. And then she keeps saying us. I know y'all hearing it. I know y'all keep hearing her saying us, 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 us. This is someone who benefited from the African American label. This is somebody who benefited from minority, people of color. Anytime they're in a jam, the first thing they say is us and we. They don't care about being black. How do you know? Because she's always anti-black everything. So we know she don't give a damn about blackness. They only care about using the term black when they can weaponize it against black people. Anytime other than that, they don't give a damn. They say things like this.
Oh, we can heal from it.
No, we
but if
can't.
you want
No,
to
we
ignore
can't.
it, we won't have anything happen.
That's not how this works. Dialogue and acknowledging things doesn't make us suddenly rich.
That's how mad she is.
What can she not do in America that a white person can do? What opportunity?
Look at that. Look at it right here, fam. And then here come Charlie. Charlie, right on top of that, says, well, I condone that. I stand by that. I co-sign that. This was that dynamic duo that was running around telling black folks to quit lying, make things up. There's no system of supremacy. It's all y'all fault. Candace Owens is just as guilty as all of that hate rhetoric that Charlie was saying. She's just as guilty with all that inflammatory statements about black people as Charlie was. Damn your rebrand. You get G checked.
You served in the military. You've made good choices. You're getting rewarded for them. You're going to live in.
So I'll start.
Look at that, y'all. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is what we be talking about. This is what we be saying. So Charlie Fatigue was sitting there right there saying, yep, because she was his tether pet. Okay, she was his tether pet. That's all she was there for. She was there to be a tether pet, to agree with everything, and to provide blackness. See, when it comes to Charlie, he couldn't say he was black. So what they love to do is to go get them a nice little tether pet. And when they get this little tether pet family, they love to take what the tether pet does and what the tether pet says and say, see, they said it. It wasn't me. See, that was them. It wasn't us. So that's why they went to go get their little tether pet right there. And she was just backup to bring some type of credibility to what he was saying. That's all that was. That's all that was. And that's all that's ever been. And that's how they'll consistently always do it, fam. You got to understand in the system of supremacy, they always have a backup plan. And quite frankly, she was the backup plan for him. And they went around the whole country and they spewed this type of rhetoric. And they now want us to give a damn about what she's saying, and they want us to have empathy for him. And that ain't how the game goes. So think about it, y'all. What's happening now is they believe that people are going to backtrack and say, you know what? I feel sorry for what went on, and I apologize for what went on. No. That ain't where it's going. That ain't where it's heading. And anybody with that in their mind, they better go ahead and wake up. Because you got to understand, as I tell you guys, the system of supremacy always has a backup plan. There's been something else that popped up this last week. See, now that Charlie Kirk is not around, the system of supremacy has a void in one of their biggest voices. The system of supremacy has a void in who's going to step up to the plate and provide all of that, because most of those other people are gone. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters who were in our space last night. We had a guy show up in the space who, first off, he said he's from Houston. And then afterwards, he says that what are we going to do as black people? Later on, found out he was a Jamaican and he loves Luke. Okay, so if you love Luke and you're a Jamaican, then you a damn Tether or a Tether sympathizer at minimal. But family, the guy comes in here and he starts talking about what are we going to do? And then let me tell y'all what he said. And full of a room full of certifieds, fam. This guy asked us a question. He says, where's our Charlie Kirk? And man, the brothers and sisters went off. The brothers and sisters went off on the dude, roasted him completely. Because first off, we ain't got no other or our version or a different kind of. We ain't with none of that. We standing on certified business and none of that is going on. So the brothers and sisters check this dude completely. We don't rock with the system of supremacy. We ain't got our version of supremacy. We ain't got our version of the Triple K. We ain't got our version of Charlie. We don't want none of that. Y'all can have all that because that's filth. What we got is certified energy where brothers and sisters is standing on it. But let me tell y'all what ended up happening, fam. They now got a person that's starting to come back into the dominant society. Y'all remember, and we just talked about this guy on Tuesday. Boy, we be calling everything, fam. We predict things without a crystal ball. How many of y'all remember Milo? Do y'all remember Milo? See, Milo now is coming back out, and he made a tweet, and he said, I'm coming out of retirement. And half of the dominant society is cheering and applauding it, and the other half of the dominant society is pissed off. So now what you're going to see is Milo's going to go back into the fold now, and then they're going to try to elevate and pump him up. Y'all watch what I'm talking about right here. They done tried to bring back Milo. This shows you that the dominant society is extra desperate for some type of attention, and the dominant society feels they've got to try to replace Charlie with something different and something new. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about right here. Watch this, family.
I tried to warn you. You thought by taking out Charlie that it was going to silence the world. Now, in your little feeble minds, if you thought that Charlie said horse...
Freeze. I see a lot of y'all saying y'all don't know who Milo is. Go back circa 2014 and 15. It was Richard Spencer and it was Milo. Those were the two Charlie Kirks and Ben Shapiro's. All right. Now that Charlie's gone, Milo says he's coming back, and a lot of people in the dominant society are upset. A lot of them are happy. Billy Bob right here with 2 teeth. He feels elated. But yes, go and check it on out. Y'all know what it is. Yep. And he got some of them PDFs. Absolutely. Watch this, fam.
Words, and that Charlie said things that hurt your feelings. You have no clue as to what's coming. You see, somebody from 2014 to 2016 has decided to come out of retirement. And that person is none other than Milo Yiannopoulos.
Boy, he being extra dramatic, ain't he? One day, he going real Remick. He done went full Remick, y'all. I'm surprised he out in the sunlight. I'm surprised. Fam, I ain't never seen a Jethro Remick. One day, it'll come, and Milo's coming back now, y'all. Fam, there's a lot of issues going on in the House of Supremacy. That house is shaking.
So grab your popcorn, put a little butter on it, because things are about to get really interesting. Y'all have a good day.
Milo is back, is all I've been seeing this morning.
All right, so an interesting thing happened right after.
Milo is back, is all I've been seeing this morning.
All right, so an interesting thing happened right after Charlie passed. Milo Yiannopoulos got on Twitter and he said, all right, I'm unretiring. And it got like 1.5 million likes.
Milo Yiannopoulos is back, apparently.
Holy crap. You mean to tell me you thought you were going to get rid of Charlie Kirk and instead you just brought Milo out of retirement?
Freeze. Do y'all recognize this guy? This guy talking right now. Do y'all recognize him? I showed y'all him earlier in the broadcast. This is why I'm telling everybody. There's a rift in the dominant society right now. This is the guy who was calling out Trump and telling Trump he needs to do more. So now he's starting to side with Milo. If you remember, Milo and Richard Spencer, I believe that they didn't like Donald Trump. See, you got the Tea Party people, you got the MAGA people, you got the Christian conservatives. Now you're starting to see a rift. And when Milo starts coming back, I'm telling you now, Trump ain't going for none of that. Trump ain't going for none of that because first off, Milo got some cases on him. And on top of the cases Milo has, Milo is from the Skittles bag community. So that in itself is going to be a problem. But this is the same guy earlier who was praising Milo right now. And earlier he was downplaying Donald Trump. Oh, there's going to be some beefing going on.
Oh, you didn't think this through at all, did you? Yeah, apparently Milo decided that he's not retiring anymore. He's coming out of retirement because he's pissed off. You thought you were going to get rid of the guy who tried to deal with you in love, and now you're going to get the guy who deals with people out of anger. The left has always been terrified of this guy because he sits squarely in the center of their graph of intersectionality, where Charlie Kirk was like Ward Cleaver. Milo is like a giant peacock that drops 1,000-pound bomb of glitter on top of every single radical left argument and utterly destroys them. And you brought him out of retirement? Now, just a fair warning for those of us here in MAGA country. This will be fun to watch, but keep this guy at arm's length.
See?
Because he's got a lot to say, and a lot of it you're probably not going to like.
See? I told you. See what he just said? He's sending out some supremacist talking points, some undercover supremacist lingo. Listen to what he said. He said, down here in MAGA country, a lot of y'all not going to like Milo. There's about to be a tug of war in the system of supremacy, family. And I'm not talking about the one that occurs every 4 years during an election between the left and the right. No, there is going to be a civil war within the conservative community, especially with Milo coming back. And Trump and them ain't going for that. You hear what this guy just said? He said, I'm letting y'all know now, y'all not going to like Milo. Milo's basically, he was quiet the whole Joe Biden presidency. Now he's popping up during this. Trump is not going for that at all. Not happening. So on top of the liberal conservative civil war that's brewing, you're going to have this that's going on. And it's going to be some real serious Mayo drama.
A country. This will be fun to watch, but keep this guy at arm's length because he's got a lot to say. And a lot of it you're probably not going to like. And you're probably not going to agree with. But that's okay, because it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun watching him destroy the left again.
I tried to warn you.
Man, I don't know, dog. Yeah, destroying the left. But you know what? The right might go right along with it. Yeah. Family, that's crazy news to the people who understand the game, okay? Richard Spencer and Milo, they were the main supremacists back in the day. Before the Charlie Kirks, before the Ben Shapiros, it was them. Now that Milo talking about coming back, oh, it's going to be some issues. It's going to be some issues. And he got like 1 million different likes on that. So you can already see right now in the system of supremacy, oh, they about to have some battle. Oh, yeah, that W fatigue, yeah. Let me tell you something. That's about to go through the roof. These people about to be upset. These people about to have a showdown. And that's good. And that's good because what we need to be doing is exactly what the hell we doing today. We need to be sitting back, relaxing, enjoying the show, enjoying the ride, and watching these people crash out because they crashing out in strong fashion. Strong fashion. This does not concern us. We good over here. Foundational Black Americans, we extra on it. Them, I can't say the same about. They got some internal conflicts. They are going to have to end up dealing with the consequences and the repercussions of some of them internal battles. So no. All this situation did, y'all, was highlight what they got going on in the middle of their community. And family, you got a lot of people who are trying to jump on board with the dominant society. You got a lot of these tethers out here and these people of color where what they want to do is, like I said, get in good graces. They want to get in good graces with the dominant society. They don't know where to go. You can go to Mr. Yao, you can go Mr. Muhammad, you go Mr. Mutombo, Miss Selena. And y'all notice, by the way, Mr. and Mrs. Estrada, they've been real quiet lately. Because the ICE raids never stopped. No, the hell they didn't. Them ICE raids are still out there in them strizneets. And folks are still getting snatched up, packed up, and racked up. Oh, yes, the hell they have. But family, did y'all see this one lady? She comes out and she starts talking about what Black people need to do. And she's one of these Charlie Kirk sympathizers, one of these people of color folks who believe that they're going to get some type of kudos from the dominant society and things are going to turn out real well and swell for her. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. Y'all look at this right here. Y'all look at this. This is what I'm talking about these people. These individuals really deep down inside think that they're going to throw us under the bus and get some type of biscuits or burrito biscuits or whatever from the dominant society. This lady, I think this is one of them Chicano ladies or whatnot. Watch what she starts to say, fam. And this is what we're talking about these anti-Black Latinos, because we ain't leave them out. Remember, y'all, it's the tethers of color. Watch this.
You're just an idiot. You're just stupid. You're just weak. You're just naive. You know what's so interesting is many people have said this. They said, well, Charlie was a very moderate in comparison to a lot of other people and how a lot of other people in the world would probably relay the same information. I think I'm one of those people. I have a tendency to say things in a very jarring way. My tone might not be very nice and delicate all the time, so buckle up. Maybe the Black folks who are cheering on Charlie's death because he was so-called racist, maybe you should be back on the plantation. Maybe we should have chattel slavery part 2. What do you think? I say this because you're showing your value. You can't think.
Maybe we should be back on the plantation. Maybe we should have chattel slavery part 2. Ain't that hate speech, y'all? Ain't that hate speech? It's okay. I got some ICE stuff coming up after this.
Critically, you can't bother to take the time to research someone and what they said in its totality. You take someone else's word for it, take their comments out of context and totally misrepresent their character. You're morally bankrupt. As a Christian, everyone has inherent value, but as a
Freeze, damn that. Let me show y'all. I got y'all. Hold on. Y'all good? We in here. Let me play that. I'll play that a little louder for y'all. Check this out. Yeah, we gonna regulate this one right here, family. And then we're gonna show some damn deportations on top of that. Let you know it ain't good in the hood like you thought it would. Hold on. Here we go. We understand right now exactly the way these people are. We understand the way that these people move. You ain't getting no burrito biscuits. Nah, it's just not going to happen. You're not safe. You're not good. Whatever you say, you're going to find out that foundational Black Americans run this whole damn thing. Y'all, this is it right here. Watch the babble and watch how she's catering for a position. That ain't going to come.
I think I'm one of those people. I have a tendency to say things in a very jarring way. My tone might not be very nice and delicate all the time, so buckle up. Maybe the Black folks who are cheering on Charlie's death because he was so-called racist, maybe you should be back on the plantation. Maybe we should have chattel slavery part 2. What do you think? And I say this because you're showing your value. You can't think critically. You can't bother to take the time to research someone and what they said in its totality. You take someone else's word for it, take their comments out of context and totally misrepresent their character. You're morally bankrupt. As a Christian, everyone has inherent value, but as a citizen of America, what value do you have aside from fanning the flames and calling everything racist because you're too stupid to look at the full context of what someone said? It's because you'd rather be angry about something. You'd rather point the blame and say it's the white supremacy fault, it's the white privilege, it's systemic racism, it's capitalism. Maybe you just suck. Maybe you're lazy. Maybe you have inadequacies. These are not permanent diagnosis, by the way. You can overcome this. And that was the beauty about what Charlie talked about, was that, hey, statistically, this is what's happening to the Black community, okay? This can be fixed with X, Y, and Z. And instead, he's racist. No, you're racist. You hate yourself so badly that you would rather live in the environment that you've cultivated for yourself. It's no wonder why Black entertainment is the way that it is. It's no wonder why the Black community aborts their kids at a way higher rate than any other community. It's no wonder why Black churches worship their skin color instead of Jesus. It's no wonder.
Okay, and how good your community going? What's the condition of yours people? How y'all doing right now? Let's go ahead, family, and let's flip it on some people. How your community doing right now? What your rates look like? Are y'all having some Iceman problems? Are y'all having some get round up problems? Okay, and I'm talking about your whole community. Or are y'all having some poverty problems? See, one of the things they don't like, family, is that all of these people live in poverty. They all live in poverty, fam. All of them live in poverty. Don't let none of these people tell you anything. They all live in poverty. The thing that they don't like about Black Americans, family, is that we don't live in poverty like that. There's a section of our community that is in poor conditions, but still live good. You ever been to a Black person from the hood's house and they got the damn plastic on the couch? Okay. And they don't bring your shoes in my house. They don't have none of that. Forget bringing shoes in your house. Y'all got bugs in your house. Y'all got creatures in your house. You got dust falling off the walls in your house. We ain't got that. See, they don't like the fact that here in America, Black Americans are living far better than they are. These people are living in despair. You go to a Black person's house who live in the ghetto, and I'm telling you, it is more clean than anybody else that lives in the suburbs. The only difference is the stuff that you got costs more. The things that we got that cost less still look better. It shine brighter. It's more fresh. It's got a gleam to it. We go through the house. It smells good. Y'all don't have that in y'all community. Y'all don't have that. So you're not sitting here talking about foundational Black Americans. We talking about you though. And when we tell y'all that y'all need to get your act together, you need to get your mind right, then I'm talking about, what's going on with some of your people out there, Chicago. Because, what I'm saying? I'm hearing that folks are getting snatched up, packed up, and racked up. But then again, fam, I also heard that it never stopped and it never quit. Okay. So this is my dedication to Mrs. Vanessa Del Burrito. This is my message to you. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to the federal agents out there snatching them up. Yeah.
Oh my God. That was really cool, guys. You guys are super cool for that.
She's getting your sign. She's getting your sign. Look at it for it. Look at it for it. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. You're gonna hate some shit. You have to. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. Get it up. Get it up. Get it up. Get it up. Move out. Okay, that's good.
Look at her, fam. Look at her. She don't know what's going on. Hey, old buddy was very mad. That dude was very upset. I don't know what y'all did to piss him off. He done snatched her up. He said, get over here now, damn it, now, get her. He done snatched her all the way up. Damn. He got her in a headlock and a damn full Nelson. You leave them damn people alone. Let them National Guard do what they do.
Get your boy! Get your boy! What the fuck is wrong with you? You said get off the property, you did! You got off the property! He's coming on the team! What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, that's good.
Uh-oh, y'all ready for it? Y'all know what time it is. Let's go there now. What these people got going on? We ain't got them kind of problems. Damn. Look at y'all issues, and we ain't got them issues. But fam, that ain't the only one. No. Because remember, Black Americans, you know, we remember everything and we hold each other down. There's some more people I heard that's getting snatched up and yoked up and pulled around, and it's only right that I show them all, you know what I'm saying, as a reporter. How about this individual right here? Look at this situation. This doesn't turn out too good neither.
Have a warrant. You'll see the IG.
Did you show him? You have to show him a warrant. You're the one that you cannot arrest without a warrant. You have to show him a warrant.
You should really go back to school.
You're hurting him. There's one guy on four. You guys are hurting him. He's not trying to escape. You guys are hurting him. It's one guy on four. One guy on four. You're hurting him. ¿Cómo se llama el señor? ¿Cómo se llama el señor? ¿Cuál es su nombre? You're hurting him.
Did they just drop him? They just dropped nobody. He was like, nah, damn.
You're hurting him. You're hurting him. It's one guy.
You'll have a warrant. You'll see the IG.
Damn. Picked them up, dropped them, flipped them, rolled them. They rolled them on up, didn't they? Damn. Well, you know, that tends to happen sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody, you should probably watch what you say. You should probably be very cautious of what you say. Especially, fam, listen, I'm going to listen to a lot of people, but I ain't listening to nobody who got deportation problems. If you got deportation problems, I don't know you. If you got deportation problems, you ain't like us. So the very fact that you ain't like us and I don't know you means I ain't listening. And I can't put that any more clear. So, you know, shout out to ICE. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be sending Miss Vanessa and all Miss Vanessa's people. And they might get, full Nelsoned up. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be over here laughing at you. And I'm going to have a full damn bowl of popcorn watching all y'all folks get popped on. That's the difference between foundational Black Americans and everybody else. And fam, another thing that these people been out here really trying to do is they've been trying to get us to fall for the Black Lives Matter thing. All right. They're going to try to send out Black Lives Matter now, the 3 or 4 of them that's left, because none of these people truly ever go away. They don't truly ever go away, family. What they end up doing is, just like Candace Owens, trying to rebrand these people, rebrand these individuals. Well, there's some stuff going on right now in New York with some of the people that are with Black Lives Matter that, quite frankly, family, is absolutely counterproductive. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is the thing where they send out people and they just say rhetoric, or the people just don't know what the hell they're doing. You pick and choose, either one. Did y'all see the people in New York running around saying F Charlie Kirk and they were with Black Lives Matter? This is them trying to put a face on us about people celebrating. And what we've been doing is denouncing all of that celebration stuff. Again, we don't care. In order to celebrate means you got to care. Balloons, birthday cakes means you got to care. We ain't got none of those because we don't give a damn. But they've been sending out a lot of these people, y'all. And this is absolutely counterproductive. So I don't know what the hell these people think they're doing. But when you're marching up the street and you saying F Black or F Charlie Kirk and we with Black Lives Matter, fam, this is what we're talking about. Watch this.
Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Kirk! He was a racist! He was a racist! He was a racist! He was a racist! He was hateful! He was hateful! He was nothing like Martin Luther King! He was nothing like Martin Luther King! Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Justice for slavery. 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 It's amazing. It's amazing that they police speech. That they police speech. They police my speech. They police my speech. Police follow me around. Police follow me around. They follow Reggie Relly around. They follow Relly around. They want to police us. They want to police us.
Yeah, y'all. I see y'all in the chat. Y'all seen that Pan-African right there? Yep. Y'all see that Pan-African, fam? This is absolutely positively counterproductive. And none of us in the grassroots is sponsoring this. This is some willy-nilly doing whatever the hell we want to do, going out saying all this reckless stuff on our own. Y'all see this right here. This is not what we on. Brothers and sisters ain't been out here talking like this. They're out there trying to put this face of anti Charlie Kirk celebrating. They're trying to put that off on us because they can't get it organically. Organically, brothers and sisters ain't on that. So now you start to see this. And look at the background. Look at this person. Look at this. Mask on, mask on, mask on, mask on. RBG. This is the company that they're keeping. This is the company that they're keeping, family. And by the way, Donald Trump is just out here classifying Antifa as a terrorist organization. And look how they're all snuggled up all together right here. Okay? Because there's some Antifa people right there in that damn crowd. So this is why we got to stand extra clear of all these individuals. This has nothing to do with Black America. And family, do you know all across social media, a lot of the publications are running with the look at Black people celebrating. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm saying?
For speaking for freedom. For speaking for freedom. But people can spread hate. People can spread hate. And get national holidays. That's why. I can't stand the police. I can't stand the police. They follow Martin.
No. Family, this is not the time to be marching in the street saying F him and then saying I can't stand the police. No. This is making the block hot for no damn reason. For not a reason at all, this is making the block hot, y'all. This is what we've been out here pushing against. This is what they want. They want us to be on this right here, family. The dominant society wants this. They want this so they can pin it on him. They doing all the W's work right here. This is all they work for. Come on now.
Luther King Jr. They help kill Malcolm X. But they protect people who hate us. The medical said it's no foul play. The medical said there's no foul play.
Fam, no. And watch, family, they're about to connect the Trey Reed situation down in Mississippi to the Charlie Kirk. Why is this a protest where 1 minute they're talking about Charlie Kirk and then the next minute they're talking about Trey Reed? I don't want them in the same damn sentence, but this is what they're doing. This is amateurism, y'all.
Mississippi is racist. Mississippi is racist. They got racist doctors. They got racist doctors. They got racist judges. They got racist judges. They got racist cops. They got racist. Fuck Charlie Kirk.
This is what I'm talking about, y'all. That's the stuff that I'm talking about. Okay. There's a thing out there. I'm gonna keep it real with you, family. Okay. You got a lot of that. That's all dirt. Like all that right there was dirt. Straight up. I know there's some people. I know some people that know some of them cats. Damn all of them. Okay. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that type of vibe makes the block extremely hot. Foundational Black Americans, we ain't been on none of that. And the very fact that you start talking about the Charlie Kirk situation and then you're tying it in with the gentleman down in Mississippi, and then the people are in the background, we're with you. That's true. They ain't gonna do nothing for us. See, that first off, that's a protest that's got all these different people there. Haven't we learned that all of those different people popping up at our protest is absolutely counterintuitive to us? That is a complete contrast of what we're trying to do. Y'all tried that with the Breonna Taylor situation and what happened. Y'all tried that with Ahmaud Arbery, how that happened. Bringing all of these different people to our protests, that's cheap. But here's the thing, y'all, and let me make this clear. In the movement, you got real activists, and then you got a bunch of amateur bums that ain't got no business doing nothing, okay? There's a lot of them that I see running around. They'll get a damn megaphone and just start screaming at people. None of that is solid. None of that is strong. None of that is the real energy that we're putting out, and it doesn't get anything accomplished. You don't just go places and yell at folks. All right. That ain't really nothing solid that you're really going to see any of us standing behind. And you're starting to see news organizations that are running with that. And the first thing that they're trying to say is that Black folks were sponsoring that. No, the hell we weren't. That ain't got nothing to do with foundational Black Americans. That ain't got nothing to do with the lineage. That ain't got nothing to do with what we're pushing. And that right there is completely denounced. Because like I said before, y'all, you're doing all the work for supremacy, whether you're doing it getting paid or whether you're doing it and you think you're doing something. But either way, you're not accomplishing a damn thing. And this is why they send out a lot of these tethers. And if you notice, fam, the tethers have been out here and they have been running interference on this whole situation. That's what the tethers have been doing. They've been running interference on this whole situation, and we've been watching it. They send out a bunch of tethers. Look at this tether right here, family. Look at this tether right here. They send out this tether, and watch all the talking points, fam. And you can see clearly that these people are being sent out, okay? If you think Charlie Kirk was racist, listen to this. I ain't even got to listen to you. You have a pink Bass Shop hat on with a blonde wig. Stop playing with me. But watch what I'm talking about when I say these people are sent out here. Watch this.
Since you were calling Charlie Kirk racist, I want you to know that you are racist. You are the most racist people because you guys think that you can get away with hating someone and every single time just saying, oh, well, he was racist. No, you're racist because all you do is bring up race over and over and over and over. And what you do is you perpetuate the fact that racism exists. You justify hating him because you think that you can do it because it's all about, oh, well, he doesn't like Black people. That is incorrect. You are racist and you need to check your heart. If you are going around celebrating Charlie Kirk because you're saying he's racist, you are in fact the racist one. But somebody needs to say it. And
Fam, just like at that little protest I just showed or whatever the hell that was, they're just trying to dump the celebration thing on us, even though by no accounts we're not celebrating at all, because by no accounts are we celebrating, and everyone knows it because you ain't seeing it. But you notice how they keep trying to emphasize that, y'all? They keep trying to push that because y'all out there celebrating. Y'all want to celebrate, don't you? Who wants to celebrate? Any black folks want to celebrate? They want us to celebrate what happened to that man so damn bad, and we're just not going for it. It ain't working.
I'm so done about hearing Charlie Kirk is this and Charlie Kirk is that. Charlie Kirk was an amazing man of God, and we need to honor him and be careful who you are putting your mouth on.
Putting your mouth on?
Once you were calling.
Fam, did she just say be careful who you putting your mouth on? I'm pretty sure that's what I just heard. Did she just say be careful who you put in your mouth on? Damn, that's what it's all about. I knew it, boy. I knew what Tether was going to tell. I knew the Tether was just going to say she couldn't stop. She couldn't prevent herself. I told y'all you let these Tethers talk long enough, they're going to tell you where all of this affection for Charlie comes from. I told you, all of that affection for Charlie, she knew it. She just couldn't get it out. You came here just like old buddy last week and Charlie Cock. Yeah. Y'all notice all of these low-key little X-rated things that the Tethers keep saying? She said, well, you know, you got to be careful who you put your mouth on. Nah, we knew it. We knew it. I knew deep down inside that you loved you some Charlie and you want to put some mouth on somebody. There you go.
Of God. And we need to honor him and be careful who you are putting your mouth on.
That's a damn Tether all day. Black Americans don't talk like that. Be careful who you put your mouth on. Uh-huh. You see what I'm talking about, right? Family, how did I know? How did I know a Tether was going to slip up and say that? Y'all notice the more these Tethers keep defending Charlie, because notice, y'all, Black Americans ain't out here celebrating. It's the liberals who are celebrating, and it's all the Tethers that are defending. The only people out here who are talking that Charlie Kirk was, you know, such a great individual are who? It's a bunch of the damn Tethers. That's what it is. The Tethers been the ones out here doing all the defending. And, you know, the Tethers also been out here, you know what I'm saying, telling people and telling foundational Black Americans, like she was just saying, trying to tell foundational Black Americans what we need to do. And they want us to do what they were doing because they're trying to get the visas in order. That's what it is. But fam, I'm just going to tell you ahead of time. I didn't say it. She said it. Don't be mad at Black Alpha when I got to put some receipts on the table about what these people saying that they like to do. She the one who just came out here and said, putting mouth on stuff. So, I mean, apparently that's what she wanted to do. So if that's what she want to do, I just want to tell y'all, this is why she made that video. She made that video right there for that right there. Okay. And when you see that right there, there's a Tether right there. There's a mop right there. There's a ain't no way in hell you a foundational Black American right there. So there the hell you go. Hey, man, she said it. It wasn't me. I ain't the one who said it. She said it. So they come over here to, you know, put their mouth on things. And that's really what it's about. But if y'all notice, y'all, FBA, we don't care. Foundational Black Americans, we sat out the whole Charlie Kirk situation. The only people who are at odds, who are emotional about it, who are fighting and feuding and fussing are the liberals and the conservatives, the dominant society. And then it's the Tethers who are running out here trying to tell everybody to be nice, be friends, everybody get along. It's only them. It ain't foundational Black Americans, not for 1 second. But if you look beyond all of that, let me tell y'all what they're doing. Y'all know they out here making love letters to the dominant society. See, the Tethers see this as an opportunity to try to weasel their way in to getting some type of affection or some type of uplift. Because remember, before this, them Tether protection services got cut off. All right. And before this, you seen them Tether policies getting enacted. And they were telling everybody, if you are on your social media accounts and you saying negative things about America, that can get your visa messed up. Remember when Trump came out and he said, what, millions of visas? We're going to go ahead and revoke them. Now the Tethers are seeing this situation to come out and to praise Charlie. So perhaps they can get down. All Tethers are trying to be recruited. They trying to get Tether wifed up. I'm telling you, they're all trying to get wifed up. So they're using this opportunity to go extra bootlick on the dominant society. Every last Tether's out there. Fam, check this Tether out right here. This Tether comes out and does a full love letter to the dominant society. He trying to get his visa status upheld, but it ain't going to work. Watch this. This man says he's sorry to the dominant society. He says, I cry for white folks. Watch this.
Imagine what white people is going through. Everybody dislike them. Everybody hates them. because they're the more fortunate people. They didn't ask to control everything. They didn't ask to be the managers and the supervisors. They didn't ask for the position of power. It seemed nobody else wanted to do it. So somebody had to do it and create the laws and separate things. It just so happened they were picked. They were picked to cause order. And when you get that type of position, yes, things are going to be in your favor a lot more than others. That is the reward for being the leaders. But I can only imagine the loneliness they feel at the top, having to make all the decisions and everybody's criticizing them. How unappreciative they feel.
Man, he's trying to hide that forehead with one little dread. That little dread cannot cover up that forehead, homeboy. No, the hell it can't. You can cover that up with a cattle prod. Try again, partner. Y'all see what we're talking about right there? Y'all see the state of these people? Do y'all see the state of these people, family? Man, y'all just be nice to them. They didn't want to run supremacy against everybody. They didn't want to be the dominators. They didn't want to do slavery. I couldn't imagine being in their shoes. Please don't revoke my visa, massa. Oh, I want to stay. I got a Karen that lives next door, and she never says hi to me, but I think in 10 years she might say hi, and then I can write everybody back home and tell them that a Karen waved at me, and I ain't even have to go nowhere. He think he gonna be the talk of the village when he go back. You see the state of mind that these people are in, family? They're in a state of mind where they're trying to use the Charlie Kirk situation to get some type of Joloff points. That's really what it is, fam. It's the Joloff points. Fam, let's make it clear. There ain't no damn coincidence that all of these tethers are all defending Charlie. Let's be real about that. Anybody out here saying anything other than that is out here full-time tap dancing. The tethers are right now trying to use this as a situation to where they can get some type of access or they can stay in America. I ain't never seen nobody else out there talking like they talking. The other day, somebody was saying, well, man, how in this situation are we going to be talking about tethers? I said, what you mean, how in this situation are we going to be talking about tethers? Because tethers right now are being ultraly exposed for exactly what they are and exactly what they do. You damn right we're going to talk about these tethers because they're over here using all of their talking points against us, and they're going to the dominant society. Notice what they're saying. They're running to the dominant society and saying, black folks is being mean to Charlie. I love Charlie. Back in my homeland village, we laid out a wreath. Fam, they laying out wreaths for this dude. All across social media, fam, in Nigeria, they're crying. In Zambia, they're having whole parades. And I ain't got to play. I ain't got to play. Let me show y'all. I'll show you right now. This is why we delineate. Damn all that half-stepping. Look at this right here, family. Look at this. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, God bless you. Look at this. That's a damn village in Africa. Why over there is you talking about Charlie Kirk? Watch this.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. God bless you.
God bless you. Look at this.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. God bless you. God bless you.
What's wrong with that picture, brothers and sisters? What is wrong with that picture that you're looking at on your screen? R.I.P. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. Hell yeah, we're going to start regulating, family. Yeah, because the first thing that they do is that they come over here and they start using all of them supremacist talking points, and they're the main ones peddling that lie that black Americans are celebrating. No, you are celebrating his life. Y'all are out here celebrating this man because you celebrate all of the people that you come across from the dominant society. Don't play with us, Tether, man. Nah, bruh. Nope. Y'all see that's the pattern, though, and that's the trend. They've been out here this whole time, out here defending this dude. And do y'all know his viewpoints on Africa? It don't take no damn rocket science to know how he feel about Africa. They skip over all of that, fam. And they say, you know what? I don't even care. It is what it is. I love them. Look at this.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. God bless you. God bless you. R.I.P. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. God bless you. God bless you.
Look at that. Get out of here. Come on, family. Where we at with this? Where we at? Where we at with these people? Oh, and fam, they be using religion. Fam, they out here openly admitting that they see him as Jesus. They're openly, fam, I'm not lying. They're out here openly saying, hey, man, you know, that Jesus now. Hold on now. Don't you talk about Jesus now. This is what it is, because everything that they do and everything that they say, they see the dominant society as a reflection of spirituality in terms of Christianity with Jesus. All of them do, fam. I don't care what they say. Oh, I tell y'all now, I got a whole gang of receipts of these tethers out here, and they've been running the whole game. Watch this. This tether right here. This individual comes out and straight openly says, hey, I love me some Charlie Kirk. Yep. Uh-huh. Now, remind you, fam, look what they say about us. And then look what they say about Charlie. And it doesn't matter what Charlie ever said about them, because if you listen to his views on Africa, terrible. But they don't give a damn about none of that. No, 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 no. Watch this guy right here, family. Uh-huh. Watch this guy right here. Watch what he says. Uh-huh. He said what happened to Charlie Kirk made him have a spiritual awakening. Watch this.
You went through to build a better life for yourself. Somebody will just come and take your life anyhow. When I saw the death of Charlie Kirk, I just realized how important it is for each and every one of us to get spiritual protection any way we can. I don't know how this might sound to you, but it is very important that you protect yourself spiritually, because it is more superior to physical protection. If you look at how Africa has been operating in the ancient, we had powers like this, where if somebody tries to use a pew-pew to unalive you, it will not get through. You can also disappear. Or you can even be given a power that will let you know ahead of time when danger is coming. We had all these powers. Some people still do. And it's not only Africans that operated like this. It's not only Africans that had.
I know you got some powers. You got some powers in that head. You damn right you got some power.
Such powers. Other races too. So if you have access to these powers today, or you know somebody that has these powers, go and get it. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what any religion says. Nobody deserves to die anyhow like that. After everything you have done to build your life, after all the struggles, you just go in a blink. It's not fair.
No, it ain't fair to have to walk around with that. But fam, here's another one.
Charlie Kirk, you are Charlie Kirk. I am Charlie Kirk. You are Charlie Kirk. And I'm telling you, this is the true turning point in United States. When evil is able to roam around like a serpent.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Time out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did this man just sit there and tell us that we're all Charlie Kirk? He just said he Charlie Kirk, I'm Charlie Kirk, you Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk, you are Charlie Kirk. And I'm telling you, this is the true turning point in United States. When evil is able to roam around like a serpent, it will seek after its victim and will choose to put venom in such a one. This is our turning point. I am Charlie Kirk. Oh, my word. Hey, let me tell you something. The people who are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, they have no understanding what had just happened. Charlie Kirk was never a perfect person, but he was a righteous man. Without the shedding of blood, there is no remittance of sin. Jesus Christ was perfect, and his blood was a perfect atonement for the sins of the world. When a righteous man dies, in the sense, in the way that.
Y'all hear it, fam? Is he basically saying Jesus has returned? And watch, he goes in on that Bryant dude.
Who been in fact talking about that this man that was killed was the answer to Christ in the earth.
This is what the agents of darkness looks like. This is what brings forth abomination of desolation in the church. We entertain this man in our home. There are many people who's listening to this man and feel motivated by him. What you're doing, you're sinning your soul. This is an agent of darkness that disguises himself as a sheep, but he's a wolf. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ in the spirit, because you are a condemnation.
You rebuked 1 billion times, homeboy. Y'all know it's sad when a tap dancer from America, Jamal Bryant, is out here talking more real talk than this damn guy. Ain't that sad, family? How bad is that? Can somebody tell me how bad that is when this guy is sitting here talking whatever the hell he thinks he's talking, and you can hear Jamal Bryant and he's talking more sense? What does that tell you, family? What does that tell you? That is the state of affairs with these people and who they love. He said, don't you talk about him. You will not be able to talk to him like that. Out here trying to rebuke people and all that. Man, you rebuked, homeboy. Matter of fact, you bounce the hell out of here. That's what we be saying. And so there's a difference. There's a complete difference between the way we get down and the way they get down, and the way they get down is not like us. By the way, did I see somebody in the chat? I'm pretty sure I see somebody in the chat saying, leave Candace alone. Fam, didn't I tell y'all the leave Candace alone and Candace is our friends was going to come up in here? I knew it was going to happen. No, ain't nobody got to leave nobody alone because we ain't messing with them. Nah, we just roasted them. Understand that. There's a big difference up in here. Ain't no. Fam, anybody trying to tell you be nice to Candace is basically saying be nice to a Tether. That's really what it is. And there's a lot of those be nice to Tether people out there, and we ain't rocking with none of that. I don't know if y'all seen that, but I seen somebody floating around in here talking about some be nice now. That's my friend. I trust her. Well, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't, and I won't, and we won't, and the whole damn lineage is riding together. So won't be none of that. None of that at all. Candace Owens, no. But fam, you got to understand, no matter what, no matter where, what we standing on, you're going to always have these individuals that are going to come out and they're going to be always tap dancing. Tap dancers are always around, okay? You're going to always see the tap dancers, and the tap dancers are always going to show up at any given moment, at any given time, at any given day, and it's our job to go ahead and continue to check them. Yeah, Caribbean Tether, absolutely. And fam, y'all know she came out and she called for unity. When I tell everybody that she's calling for unity and she wants us all to unite in the name of Charlie, that's what this is all about. All that stuff that people running around here talking about, she riding for the cause and she's out here holding each other down and she done really had an awakening. No, she didn't. She's out here trying to get people to drop what they're doing so you can go get on board and help her out with trying to get the supremacist thing pushing. Look at this right here, fam. This is her, and she's out here telling everybody and making a call for unity. Look at this. And this is what she always does. She always double backs and says, can't we all be friends? Watch this.
You are not my enemy. If you've fallen for ideologies, you're on the left, you are not my enemy. If you've fallen for ideologies, I did too. Okay? I come out on the other side. We have to now meet.
All right, let's just pack this up. Real talk, pack it up. Make it snappy. The thing about Candace, right? Candace Owens.
Whoa, one more time. She says, you're not her enemy. She's calling for unity.
If you've fallen for ideologies, you're on the left, you are not my enemy. If you've fallen for ideologies, I did too. Okay? I come out on the other side. We have to now meet.
All right, let's just pack this up. Real talk, pack it up. Make it snappy. The thing about Candace, right? Candace Owens, she always, all of a sudden, sees the light when she need money. When she's falling off, when nobody is really tuning in, she all of a sudden now she sees the light. She claims to be the smartest person around, the smartest person in history, but somehow you got tricked by an orange tangerine. No. The problem is you got self-hatred. That's the problem. Y'all don't stand my problem with a lot of people is that they don't stand firm on racism, right? Y'all cool with a sprinkle of bigotry. Y'all cool with a sprinkle of racism. And for the simple fact they may say one or two facts about the black community that's correct, y'all then think this person gives a damn about the black community. And then they feel...
Stop. That's what I'm talking about. Gone are the days that you made some points. I don't need nobody to make no points. I need somebody who's on code. See, on code ain't a matter of making a point here or there. A lot of black folks be out here tap dancing. They be out here wanting to be friends. Fam, let me tell you something. What separates all of us certifieds from everybody else is that we certified 24/7. We on code 24/7. You ain't gonna make a point. You ain't gonna make a statement. You ain't gonna say two good things. And then we gonna say, okay, we friends. Hell no, we ain't friends. We ain't allies. We ain't buddies. We ain't pals. We see straight through you. We see straight through Candace. We see straight through every tether that's running around here trying to fancy it up, twist it up, turn it up to get some love, but you get no love. Take all of that over back to turning point, and you can turn your ass around and stay there. Easy.
Fill the rest with inflammatory remarks. This woman sat in front of a self-proclaimed racist, a person who claims he is a racist, right? This is how you know she knows nothing about black people in the black community, because he claimed that black people had no written language, that they built no civilization, that Europeans built it off of them. And she said,
yep. And what she do? She sat there and was like, yep. She sat there and said, uh-huh. She sat there and was like, I agree. Because what she's always been has always been a tether pet, where the dominant society in the W's, they always got to have them a little tether pet to do whatever they want, okay? To be the person that goes out there and pretends to be black, to be the person that tries to say, I made a couple good points, come on over here, to try to flip and spin and intellectualize their hatred. She is nothing more than the mop version of Charlie, okay? And the mop gets mopped up and ran completely out of Dodge. And that's exactly what has happened to Candace. You ain't getting no rebrand today, tomorrow, or ever. There ain't going to be no certified cookout invitations. Hell no. Anybody who thinks that they going to give her an invitation, you ain't invited. So both of y'all can go on over there to the tuna casseroles, to the mayos, to the saltines, and have a great damn time, because we ain't having it. And the thing about us, fam, in this generation, which makes us so mighty strong and so mighty powerful, none of that works because we got all the damn receipts. And when you got all the damn receipts, you got all of the facts. And when you got all the facts, you run every damn thing. So we could see clear, because remember, y'all, Candace came up trying to be black and was running around here talking about what? She was running around here talking about the NAACP. Uh-huh. She was one of the people, which we've already known, that was talking about the NAACP and how discrimination was so bad and she was discriminated on. Yeah, because remember, y'all, they always go out and recruit these individuals. They always go out and find these individuals. And once they find these individuals, you know exactly what the hell is next. They're going to get them. And then they're going to say, black this, black that, black everything. But when you look at their paperwork, it don't say black American. That is exactly what we called out with her. And they don't want to talk about that. But foundational black Americans, we know about that. And they don't like the fact that every single thing that they've attempted in this era, just quite frankly, has crashed all the way out. So when you pull out all the facts and the receipts on her, and she started off talking all that blackety black stuff. And then when you find out that blackety black is really mop, and you ain't one of us, and this generation is calling you bluff 24/7, then the only thing that she's left with is the same thing that they all left with, and they got to hold they own. And they can't have nothing that we got going. Because, you know, when you look at her background and you look at her paperwork, and you look at why she's been talking about unity, and then you see why she thinks the way she thinks, it ain't no different than them tethers that you just seen right there talking about, oh, Jesus, come home. Jesus, please don't leave us, Jesus, Charlie. It's the same exact thing. But fam, you know, we pulled out some receipts and we checked a couple, you know, things. And family, if she was so black and black, then how come when I'm looking at some of these wedding photos, y'all tell me where the black is at? Tell me right now. Family, I don't see a black person anywhere there. And by the way, that's the husband who's hiding. Look at that, boy. No more, no black. No black. Wait a minute now. No black. Look at this, family. This is who she really is. This is Candace Owens, who is nothing more than a mascot for the dominant society. Because who does she think she is, family? She really thinks deep down inside that she's that right there. Family, does she not go to bed every night and think that's her? In her mind, does she not think that's exactly who she is? You see that right there. You can't play dress up dominant society, Karen. Did she think that she got married to the prince over there in England? Fam, does she think that's really her? I think she thinks that's her, y'all. It's not, Candace. That's not you. That's your dream. That's what you see when them eyes close. When you open them tether eyes, then you're back to reality. But she been thinking that she's this the whole damn time. There goes another photo. There goes no black people again. The damn tuxedo's the only thing that's black. And that might just be navy blue. You don't see nobody. Yeah, she went to the dark knuckles community. If you know, you know. I don't see nothing black. Is that her looking in the mirror? What does she see when she looks in the mirror? Why are you looking in the mirror and you think Becky's looking back at you? You not Becky. You not W woman. I just showed everybody the Wicked Witch of the East earlier, and she said she got a problem with you, and she coming for you. So I don't think you really want to be treading on that side. Not at all. And how about this? Are you looking in the mirror again? Is that what you see in the mirror? That's exactly what you see. Because deep down inside, my good brothers and sisters, these individuals think that they're just dark white with dark knuckles. That's what they think, family. Okay? They are the dark knuckle community, which means they want to be something that they know they're not, and they want to be something they know they'll never be. And they want to be accepted where they know they'll never be accepted at. But none of that means anything to them, because they're going to keep on trying and keep on trying and keep on trying until the day they wake up and realize you tried this whole damn time and you was never a W. You was never a W. What you've always been is an L, okay, for loser. And that's exactly how these individuals are. So we know they may not get it. They may not accept it. They may not understand it. But I guarantee you, Candace Owens does. And Foundational Black Americans is letting the world see it for sure. Because what you got to see, family, is that she's trying to rebrand herself, and she's trying to use this Charlie Kirk situation to all lives matter us to bring us in the fray. That ain't working, never will. And she's also trying to get a come up and use this as access to the dominant society. The same way Tether number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 been doing. All the ones on this episode. You see, they view Charlie Kirk as Jesus. And you see the colonized mind shown. Anytime something happens or anything transpires, you will see the inside and the internal thoughts of a tether. And what are their internal thoughts showing us today is that they think that he is truly Jesus. They truly are upset. They're truly hurt, and they truly feel that they're going to get access to the dominant society by tap dancing for some Jollof. And there ain't enough Jollof and there ain't enough tap dancing that's ever going to let you in, Mr. and Mrs. Mutombo. And Candace is seeing it. Mr. Fufu is seeing it. Mr. I wants to be a Karen, and Mrs. I want to be a Karen, because, you know, a lot of them misters want to be Karens too. But what they're all seeing, fam, is that they'll never be a part of the dominant society, so they get upset with foundationals. They don't like foundationals. They're mad at foundationals because they feel we're their block from being accepted. I'm not your block from being accepted. You just being who you are is your block, because you don't know about the system of supremacy. You don't want to hear about the system of supremacy. Nobody wants to hear about what they love in a bad way. The same way they don't want to see the dominant society in a bad way. But the dominant society sees them in a horrible way, whether that's here in America, whether that's in your homeland, or whether that's in your dusty ass village. But Candace Owens right now is crashing all the way out. The Mr. Ken community is telling her you about to get checked. The Karen community is telling her you about to get checked. And Mrs. Erica Kirk, she's about to check you. So nothing but bad times are on her radar. Why? It's because you're not going to run around here and try to force your way into Karenhood. You're not going to run around here and force your way into Mayo-isms. What you're going to be is a dusty, musty, always rusty, mop, and foundational Black Americans, we going to expose you every single step of the way, the same way we do with all them damn receipts we got. And we're going to always put them on the line, and we're going to always show somebody, no matter how you feel, no matter what you want to be, no matter what you speaking, a mop is always going to be a mop. A tether is always going to be a tether, and you're going to be a loser forever. Candace. Fam, check this out. You also got to be very cautious of all of these people that are running around here with these weird arguments where they're telling us we need to open the reparations conversation to include indigent servitude. Yes, they are. Watch this, my good brothers and sisters. Tell me how you feel about this. The conversations are getting real weird and real bizarre. Let me show y'all this. Whoa, before I pull that back, let me show y'all. There's people now coming out and they're telling foundational Black Americans we need to broaden the reparations conversation. Yeah. They're telling us we need to start including other people. Yeah. And I'm going to show y'all exactly what I mean by that so y'all can all see it. And I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear the statements from y'all, and I want y'all to make the determination on how far this G-check is going to go on this. I've been wanting to show y'all this for a few damn days, and now I got it right here. Check this out, family. This is fake con game. I wish I could fool FBA for the millionth time, and it ain't going to work. I don't know who this individual is because, quite frankly, y'all, I don't be listening to these people. But I know BS when I hear it. Y'all watch this and tell me what's really going on in these damn streets. And we got the regulators on deck. Watch this.
This is why I said Black people need to open up the conversation about reparations to include those who are the descendants of indentured servants. Because the first replacement theory happened to white people post-slavery and at the beginning of Jim Crow, when a bunch of them from Europe migrated over here. They shamed indentured servants into never talking about what happened to their ancestors. And they pitted them against the descendants of slaves and said, as long as you guys fit in with our race, we don't ever want to hear about the atrocities that happened to your ancestors. We do not ever want you to talk about the conversation of reparations. See, this man is from Finland. He's not an American. He's not an American. White people, you need to quit thinking because somebody looks like you that they are from this country. Because most of the white people here are migrants.
Boy, y'all lighting her up in the chat. I'm trying to figure out what she's trying to get at. And matter of fact, I know what she's trying to get at because it's pretty plain and simple. What? Is she talking delineation with W's? No, I'm talking about not us delineating. Is she saying that they need to delineate and get on board with us? This sounds just as much as what we need to do as her trying to tell the W's that they need to mimic what we're doing. This is getting real, real desperate, y'all.
They came over here with a piece of change. The ones that are foundational white Americans, you guys are the...
Oh, hell no. Man, no, I didn't just hear that. No, she didn't. I knew she was about to say something off key more than what she already was doing. Did she just say foundational white Americans? Here we go. Here we go. They all want to open up that door, y'all.
Ones that are foundational white Americans, you guys are the ones that are still stuck in the rural South. You guys are the ones that are stuck in the Appalachian Mountains. You guys are the ones whose family were coal workers, oil miners. You guys are the ones who helped build this country alongside with the descendants of slaves.
What? Fam, these tethers is out of control. This got to be a tether. This has to be a tether. Family, this is a tether. I'm sorry. There ain't no way that this ain't no damn tether. This is straight out of Tether Babble 101. Complete tether talk. Now she's trying to say they built the country with us.
But they have made you guys feel like shit for even discussing the things that y'all ancestors went through.
What?
And they pitted you against the foundational Black Americans who stood side by side with your ancestors.
Oh, they didn't.
This is what they did, migrants. You're seeing it happen now to black people. All these Africans coming in here, Caribbeans, Jamaicans, and they're trying to blend us all in and make us seem like we're all one race. And you know damn well we're not. Just like this man is not a true foundational white American. It's time for foundational white Americans, foundational black Americans that can trace their history all the way back to this soil to come together. Because these immigrants that are cosplaying whiteness, cosplaying blackness, have been pitting us against each other for the last 100 years. And it's time we as foundational Americans wake the fuck up and see what's...
Hell no. Notice, fam, she starts off saying foundational black Americans. Then she starts to say foundational white Americans. And then she drops the color and just starts saying foundational Americans. This is the tactic. This is a mop agent, okay? This is a agent mop right here. That is littered with agency talk, fam. Start bringing up foundational blacks, foundational whites, and eventually just drop the color, and then anybody can be foundational. Remember, y'all, if anybody can be foundational, then nobody's foundational. This is some of the most agent talk I've ever heard in my life. Notice what she did, y'all. She started off saying one thing, flipped to the next thing. She started off saying the next thing, flipped to another thing. And at the end, she said what she truly meant. Everything before that was just pillow talk. She really wanted to say that foundational American BS from the jump, but she had to throw a little sugar on top before she got there. That's what she did. And notice she's trying to talk unity, trying to make it look like there's no foundational American who isn't a foundational American who's been here forever. And all of those Europeaners who come over here, who, by the way, when they come here, they get on board with supremacy. The immigrants who come here and who are white, they fall in line with other white people. The immigrants who come here, they undercut us. That's a big difference. I see what you're doing, homie.
In our face. And we fought for these. We fought for these people to come in us against each other for the last 100 years. And it's time we as foundational Americans wake the fuck up and see what's in our face. And we fought for these. We fought for these people to come in here. And they don't got no respect for our ancestors whatsoever that built this country. None of them. Whether they white, African, it doesn't matter. This white man doesn't respect the indentured servants that paved the way for his motherfucking ass.
Hell no, fam. These people are getting extremely desperate. These people are getting extremely fraudulent everywhere you go. That right there is the future. See, this is why we document, why we have these conversations. That's where it's heading, y'all. Okay, mark that. Put a bookmark on that. That's where it's headed. They're going to start trying to hit us with the foundational American. Because notice, y'all, it started off with the foundational Jamaican, the foundational European, or the foundation Italian. They're going to start to try to drop anything other than just foundational American. That's what they're going to do. They're going to try to hijack that and say foundational American. Let me make this clear. The reason why there's only a foundational Black American, and when you say foundational, you have to say Black simultaneously, and you can't say foundational white, foundational Mexican, because foundation refers to who built this country. Nobody built this country other than Black people. So this thing where you want to associate foundation on all these other colors, that means that you're literally speaking in oxymoronic terms. Foundational Black means foundational Black Americans built this. You can't say foundational anybody else because they never built a thing. The dominant society tried to build America, kept failing, and then they said, okay, let's get the black people to do it. All right. All these other people weren't even around. So foundational and black go together. The reason why that term is such a powerful term, and I said that in DC on stage, it gives you two different points. You have foundation, meaning the foundation, okay? Foundation to everything. There's a foundation to every single structure built. So the foundation alludes to us being the builders and the architects. Also, foundation means founder, right? When you talk about the people who founded America. So foundation says two things at the same time. Foundation in terms of the builders and foundation in terms of the founders. Foundational Black Americans are both of those. Nobody else is. So when they start saying things like foundational white American, foundational Mexican American, they're only setting you up for the okie doke, because later they're going to strip that back and just say foundational American. Yes. And then after that, they'll say foundational American is a damn immigrant or migrant. So they can take it, they can hijack it, they can strip it, and then they can evolve it. Trust me when I tell you that. So this is why foundational Black Americans are gatekeeping so strong. You got to remember this, family. I'm always talking about how great this generation is and how strong this era is. None of that means anything if we don't delineate and gatekeep. You can come up with certified Black society. You can come up with foundational. You can come up with Tether. You can do all of these great things, reparations. You can say it all. You don't gatekeep it, you might as well go hand it away. How many times in history has foundational Black Americans created something, but we never ended up keeping it because folks didn't put a block around it? You can come up with the greatest invention in the world. It don't mean nothing if you invent it and someone takes it. So with inventions, with creations, has to come protection. With protection has to come delineation and warrior class. That is going to be who protects what we create. No man separate what we create. Remember that. So we have to delineate at the maximum. And this is why I'm always pushing. Delineation isn't a half-time or a part-time thing. Delineation is for all of us. Delineation is what you got to be full speed. If you are not a 110% delineator, then you need to sit down, get the hell out the way, and let the real brothers and sisters do the work, or we will remove you. That is it. So we got to continue to protect everything we do, because if we do not, y'all, I'm telling y'all, they're going to start off saying foundational and add other terms. And they'll say foundational and add a few other people, and then say foundational and add them over there. And then one night while you're sleeping, they're going to strip all that away and you'll wake up and it'll be just foundational American. That's it. So we're protecting all that clearly by being those same G-checkers, them same wreckers, and them same regulators. Regulating takes you a long damn way in life. Matter of fact, regulating takes you to the top. And we are a living testimony of all of that. And you got to also notice what she was trying to do as well. She was opening the door for them to get reparations. Yeah, family, there have been, since this reparations journey and reparations movement has completely catapulted, there have been about 52 different means to sneak people in our reparations claim. Not only was she doing the foundational American, which is going to let these other people say, well, we built America too. I'm a W and I built America. Can I get some of that money? That's what it is. When you say foundational American, then everybody else can say that, well, we built America too. The name says foundational. I'm a foundational Mexican, so shouldn't I get money? That's what she's trying to do, but also open it up to indigent servitude. That is another thing. She really was trying to open and crack the door. And notice she was trying to use all that tough language. See, she was trying to yo us. That's what she was trying to do. She was trying to come around here and say, yo. I don't give a damn. Be very cautious of these people who talk overly in slang, and then they curse a lot, and they try to make it look like they on some rider stuff, but they not really riding. You got to be very cautious of that. There'll be a lot of folks out there, and they'll be cussing left and right. I'm going to tell y'all now, during the election, there were all of these influencers that were always cussing and yelling about the Democrats. But then when you really look at these people, they're all a bunch of tap dancing COONs. There's this real gimmicky thing where they say, man, I don't give a damn. That's why she kept cussing. These mother beefs is out their mind. They almost think that we're dumb. And if they cuss a lot, we'll just believe them. I don't give a damn how much you cuss. I don't believe you. You can cuss. You can speak in reverse. You can talk in another language. You can throw up gang signs. I know a damn mop when I see a mop. And that's exactly what she was. Nothing is fooling us, family. Nothing is fooling us. Yeah, they say bro a lot. Yeah, absolutely. They'll be throwing bro in there left and right. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkling some cuss words, say bro, say foundational. We've already showed y'all people talking about certified. You got to be cautious of certified as well, family, okay? And I made that up. You got to be very cautious of certified because now you're starting to see people try to run with that. Now, literally, no lie, I see people running around here and they talking about some, as a certified Jamaican American, a certified, now y'all know it's certified foundational Black American, okay? Y'all know that. Now I'm starting to see a bunch of people run around and try to throw certified in there or remix it and say authentic. You dig? So this is why we shutting all of that down, because we understand where they're going and we understand what they're up to. We watch all of these people, y'all. One thing about us, we are so certified that nothing gets through the cracks. Nothing can. We are on them, fam. And that's the way you got to move. And family, there's a lot of things that have been going on out here in the United States of America and the way the system of supremacy works. Because one of the things we do, fam, we do real clinical breakdowns about the system of supremacy. One thing that happens with a lot of people in our community, where they'll get to talking about certain subjects and they'll get to talking about certain things. But one of the issues that they always leave out is that you're still having to focus on the system of supremacy. All right. Because all of these people who come over here, the Tethers, they still got to get in line with the system of supremacy. And we've been examining that and exposing that for quite some time. But let me say this, y'all, as we proceed. First off, there's a lot of these lies that they try to tell us. And one of the lies that they always try to tell us, families, Black Americans, is that there was some type of unity amongst the poor W's and Black folks. No, there wasn't. That's a lie that I've even heard told. It's a lie that I've heard people just lie about.
Hi, everybody.
And it's also a misnomer that I've heard well-respected people use. Let me tell you something. There was never unity with the dominant society, the poor ones included, fam. There was never. No, don't let nobody tell you. See what they want to do. And they do this so they can all lives matter you and they can play to your heart. They'll always be like, man, it's the elites. Y'all know the elites excuse. See, back in the old days, the slaves and the poor W's, they got along. They hung out all the time. And what happened is that the rich W told the poor W that he's better than the slave. So then the poor W, he turned on the slave and stopped being his friend. It didn't go down like that. That's cap, y'all. That's all flop. Don't believe that for 1 second, family. Don't believe that for 1 second. Not at all. Nope. There was never no unity. Them poor W's, they felt the same way about the slaves that the rich W did. How do you know? Because it's exactly what goes on today. What's the difference of anti-Blackness from the suburbs to the trailer park? There ain't no damn difference. That's a lie that people peddle for a long time. And it's a misnomer, because I'm telling y'all now, there's a lot of respected Black folks who believe that stuff. And I never went for that. And no evidence suggests that. No evidence suggests that. That's a lie. These people always felt the same way about us, no matter where they were, because in the system of supremacy, anti-Blackness is not dependent upon your economic status, meaning someone could be poor, somebody could be homeless, someone could be filthy rich. They all feel better than Black folks. So there was no history of slaves and poor W's ever being on the same team. You know why? Because the W's that they say came and broke it all up, they wouldn't allow you to do it in the first place. They make it look like what were the rich elite W's doing when there was all this friendship and kinship amongst poor W's and slaves? What were the rich W's doing? Sitting back and allowing it? The first second they would have seen that, they would have shut it down. And they would have threatened the poor W's with violence. They were going to let that fester. What they do, let them fester for 10, 12 years. And then say, okay, whoa, this is becoming too much now. The dominant society and the system of supremacy and anti-Blackness don't work like that. So even if there was one W who was poor, who said, I like the slaves, somebody was going to come and shut that down. So no. And that's a disprover right there. The fact that people make it look like the rich guy had to tell the poor guy. The poor guy already felt the same damn way. And whatever issues the poor and the rich had, that was an internal issue. Like all of these liberal, conservative North, conservative South, all of the internal supremacist issues always existed back then. And we highlight all of their internal conflicts right here. They had their internal conflicts back in the day as well, right? And one of them was not them poor ones hanging out with Black folks. That ain't how it go. But the system of supremacy always has to buck break people. And we always talk about the buck breaking, okay? Let's talk about the tennis player Taylor Townsend, the sister who just a few weeks ago dusted up some W on the court. And y'all remember that W woman who got in her face and was saying, you're uneducated, you're bad, you're mean, and all that? The sister came out and responded to that. Y'all remember that, right? The sister mopped her up in the tennis court. I'm not a big tennis fan, so I don't know too much. But let me tell you, what I do know is that she ended up saying, well, I won and the other person had to go home. See, what that was, family, is that she humiliated a Karen on national television. The same way that Candace Owens is humiliating Charlie Kirk's wife, and all of them evil Karens I showed you earlier are mad and they calling out Erica Kirk, is the same exact way that the dominant society was like, oh, we got to do something about this girl. we got to do something. We can't have her running around here G-checking. First off, you whooped her on the tennis court, and then you kind of played her and made the world look at her as a racist. That is a no-go. Did y'all see that they came out and they made that sister apologize for comments she said about Chinese food? Did y'all see that, family? Did y'all see that? They had to buck break her. They had to buck break her. That's what it was. She got punished and she got called to the front of the class. The class wanted to know, why did you humiliate that W woman on national television? So they said, you come on in. We need to go ahead and get you to apologize. Now, I'm going to show you guys what she said, which wasn't nothing. And then I'm going to show you guys her apology. Matter of fact, I'll show the apology first and then what she said. And then we'll discuss why that was such a come to the front of the class moment and why, sister, if you listening, you should have never apologized. Let me show y'all this right here, fam. Here we go. This is the sister's apology for what was said.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and apologize. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I understand that I am super privileged as a professional athlete to be able to travel all around the world and experience cultural differences, which is one of the things that I love so much about what I do. And I have had nothing but the most amazing experience and time here. And the tournament and everyone has been so kind and so gracious. And the things that I said were not representative of that at all. And I just truly wanted to apologize. There's no excuse, there's no words. And for me, I will be better. I'm really, really thankful to my country to be able to represent them and to be better. And that's all that I can do. So I just truly apologize.
No, sister. We're going to break it down. Here's what she said that made people so upset.
We're at dinner. And look. Yo, what the hell? What the heliante?
We talking about food, y'all.
Oh, I didn't know you swung that way. You guys, this is crazy. This angle is this is crazy. I've never seen one of these up close, especially not to eat. That is crazy. Make sure you get that.
Come on now. Is she FBA family? I gotta listen. Now let me say this now. Okay. First things first. Okay. That right there, just the way it all went down, is I'm calling out the system of supremacy. Okay, let me call out the system of supremacy on how they're coming at this young lady. That's my number one thing. You're coming at this young lady on some supremacy stuff that they pull. Second off, is she FBA? Is she FBA family? I don't know. I don't know if she's FBA or not. Because I'm not saying all FBA gonna ride and be like, hell no, I ain't apologizing. But I don't know, okay? Because I understand if an FBA person doesn't apologize or does apologize, there's a certain way to it. When Tethers, I don't know how it goes. Okay, so I'm not sure, but let me just say my Tether radar is lingering in the back right now. I don't know. Okay, yeah, is she a mop? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Is she a melanated other person? Let's be real. Is she a melanated other person? I'm getting mop vibes. I don't know neither, family. I don't know neither. Yeah, we're going to have to check that lineage, fam. We're going to have to check that lineage. She should have never apologized. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real. Let me be real, y'all. I didn't like her first little statement that she made towards the W woman. I didn't like it. I was going to actually talk about it on one of the broadcasts, but something was happening so fast and it was a third, fourth, fifth story. And I remember a lot of people on X, they was like, yeah, our sister, she checked her on the tennis court. I didn't like her first apology. Not an apology, excuse me. Her comments to the W woman. When that W woman said she was uneducated, Taylor came out. Is that her name, Taylor or whatever? Taylor Townsend. She came out and was kind of like, well, I don't know why she said it. I didn't like that. And I didn't like the fact that a lot of brothers, sometimes brothers and sisters are trying to get a victory. I'm just going to keep it real. Sometimes people want a victory. So they start like rounding things up to the nearest victory. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Where they be like, damn, she told her. And I'm like, did she really? Or damn, she checked her. And I'll be like, not really. I didn't really like the way that she responded when the W woman checked her on the court and she gave that press conference. And Taylor was like, well, I don't know why she said it. I don't know where it came from. I like the fact that she made a slick comment like, I'm here and she got to go home. That was cool. But before she said that, you didn't like it either? Okay, much respect. I didn't really like it. And I was seeing a lot of people fancy it up on X, on Twitter. A lot of people was like, man, she told that W woman. I was like, not really. I didn't really get certified sister vibes. Okay, I see my certified sisters in the house. Salute to all of y'all, beloved. Y'all would have gave a whole different answer than she gave to that W woman. All that, I don't know where it came from. You know where it came from. They don't call you uneducated and put her finger in your face, and then you say something like that. My sisters went. I see my sister Patricia, certified salute to you. Okay, I see my sister Silky. I know you wouldn't go for it neither. I didn't really like her response then. And then when I seen this apology, I was like, that's why my mop kind of vibes was kind of going right now. I wasn't sure if this is real mop energy, okay, because it was very, very funny style. Very, because you know one thing about us, when we know it's supremacy, we're going to call it out. See, that's the difference between foundational Black Americans and everybody else. Whenever we see that it's some, supremacy behavior, we're going to call it out. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we get down. That's how we get down. We're going to call it all the way out. All that, like, I'm not sure what it was. That was kind of, I don't know. But she should have never apologized. Sister, if you're listening, you should have never apologized, because the same thing we was talking about with Obama. They don't give a damn whether you apologize or don't apologize. Nothing you do is going to make them dislike you anymore. It's not going to make them like you anymore. You're going to be exactly where you are, because that's how the system places you. Okay. And that's why I'm getting some mop vibes, because them people are kind of like, they're kind of feeling like they could always win. Yeah. That last name, that's low key Caribbean. That's low key Caribbean vibe. Yeah. You was iffy too. Yeah. We're going to have to really watch that. Because I didn't really like the response, and I'm getting some real non-certified sister vibes. I know my sisters, all right, and my sisters ain't going for none of that. So that's why I was looking at it kind of with a side eye and being like, okay, we got to be very cautious of what's being said right there. And that's exactly how we always do, because, fam, everybody got to get that check. Everybody got to get that check. Everybody. Because the moment you don't, and the moment you start saying, well, I'm just going to ride anyway. No, we ain't just riding anyway. We used to do that back in the day. We used to just ride anyway. No, that riding anyway stuff, that don't really pay the bills. You can't be out here talking about I'm gonna ride anyway, and no matter what happens. No, what happens is very, very important to the situation, because somebody might just pop up out of nowhere and say how down they are, say how they riding with us, and then what do, family? They hit that damn Busta Rhymes pivot. You feel me? So we got to watch all of that. And speaking of these people who've been running around here, who've been perpetrating the fraud, people who've been riding the wave of blackness for a long time, as we talk about mop alert. I got another mop alert for y'all. What's that lady's name, the Somalian lady? Is it Iman Omar or whatever? Ain't that her name? Did you guys see that they're on her right now because she came out and she basically said how bad America was? She straight up said it. She was like, yo, America's a bad country. A bunch of things that we already knew that she would have said anyway. And man, they on her right now. And she's somebody that we had to delineate from as well, even though it was pretty easy to delineate. But she was going to try to ride that Black American thing. And now people are calling for her to get impeached. On top of she married her brother. You got to be careful of letting these people, fam. Remember, anytime you're connected with someone through name or you're connected with someone on paper, you marry all of their problems and they can dump their culture on you. You got to delineate from the Omar Somalian lady, because next thing you know, they're going to think marrying brothers is our culture. See, the dominant society loves to dump these people on us, so all of their bad vibes, we going to have to wear it. We ain't wearing none of that. No, we got to keep everybody away. The best thing we ever did was say this FBA culture. Keep talking about our culture. Keep saying FBA ain't got a culture or whatever you want to say. Everybody knows we got a culture. You know why they're always running around here and saying that we don't have a culture? The reason why they want to say we don't have a culture is because when they tether themselves onto us, then they can say that their culture is ours. You feel me? They want to delete our culture and fill in the blank with theirs. That's what they want to do. And then they want to make us all look like we run around here brother and sister marrying. That ain't us. That ain't us at all. Hell no. So you got to be cautious of who is qualified or classified as you. Fam, from now on forward, it ain't about classification. It's about self-identification. We have gotten done. Family, I'm done. I'm tired. I done had it all. I ain't got no more time for it. It's a wrap. Take that ish that goddamn way. You have a zero tolerance policy with me. I'm done with classification. If I ever hear that damn word one more goddamn time, the word classification has done nothing but cause us great harm. We ain't got no time for classification no more. Because you know what? Mexicans ain't got to deal with classifications. White folks ain't got to deal with classifications. Africans ain't got to deal with classifications. Matter of fact, half the time, these damn people are classified as us. The term classification, anytime that pops up, I want your certified radars to start going off because somebody's trying to hustle you when they start talking that classification stuff. We ain't on that classification, fam. It's about identification. Correct somebody if they say that. If you talking to somebody and they say classification, stop them right then and there. I don't give a damn who it is. They be 70 years old. Cut them off. Don't give them 1 second. Say, no, we don't classify, man. We identify. See, classify means someone gave it to you. Identify means you gave it to yourself. Identification is an internal word. Classification is an external word. So anytime someone's talking classification, that's them putting a name on something and putting it on your shirt. But when you start talking about identification, you're talking about your damn self. So I'm done with classification. Classification, people of color, minority, African American, all those terms that we didn't come up with, we didn't say we want them, them terms are done. And check this out. This is what I mean by not being down with these people. Y'all remember when she came out and she had that whole meeting and they was basically saying she ain't there to do nothing for America? This woman's a spy. She's a spy. She should be treated like one. Watch this right here. This is what ended up coming out. And a lot of people was looking at this because she straight up said, they're here to do the work for Somalia, and they're not here to do the work for America. Remember this little secret meeting right there? And with all the Somalians, I'm going to slow it down for you guys because it goes fast and it's translated. It's translated so you can see what they're saying, and they're speaking in their language, whatever they speak. They're speaking in their language, family, and they're saying they're not here to work for America, and they implanted her. Watch this.
Somalia. It is very important
It is very important that she is in the government for the U.S. Why is it very important that she's in the government for the U.S.? They said that they brought her in so she can straight up and down push Somalian policies onto America. That is it. This is why a lot of people are saying you shouldn't be able to be any form of politician in America if you're not a natural born citizen, because you're going to end up with stuff like this. And look at dude over there. Look at him all sneaky, looking at the camera. Look at him all ducking his head all sneaky. You see what I'm saying, fam? This is why people don't want these individuals to have positions of power, because he's really, quite frankly, caught on camera saying what they've all thought. This is what we've all known. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that's what they've been doing. And this is why people want to get her up out the paint. First off, you married your brother, which is bizarre. And then on top of that, you're pushing anti-Black American and anti-American policies. So you just anti the whole damn country, ain't you? Uh-huh. And family, she made a grave mistake because a lot of people seen her come out and talk real reckless, and they don't really like what's being said. Watch this right here. This is another thing that she thought she was going to get away with because she started running her mouth. She started running her mouth, family, and people looking at that as well, because she's the definition of a mop. Boy, there ain't more mop than this one, okay? Watch this right here as she starts talking about Charlie Kirk. Yeah, she brought up Charlie Kirk. I don't know what she thought she was going to get away with, but she said a bunch of crazy things, fam, and people now looking at her, and they saying, well, hold up, wait a damn minute, you damn tether. Watch this, fam.
With the timing, I think saying what Charlie did and who he was has nothing to do with his assassination, has nothing to do with the timing of his assassination. It is a matter of record.
I ask because the way former President Obama put it, he also said he thought that Charlie Kirk's ideas and views were wrong.
Yes.
But he said, and I'm quoting Obama now, we have to extend grace to people during their period of mourning and shock. Does he have a point?
Yeah, I extend grace to his wife and kids. I cannot imagine what they are going through. But the reality is that his wife sat by him as he said those things and did not tell him that these are human beings who you are calling garbage, who you are saying they don't have the brain power because they were born in a different skin color. Like, I do not understand how we are okay as a society with people who say that about our fellow Americans, a fellow human being. And
fam, look at Karen over here. Fam, look at Karen. She ain't trying to hear that. See, notice how quick the liberals and conservatives get on code when you're an outsider. Look at this woman's face over here, fam. Look at her on the left. Look at her. She ain't hearing this. She pushing back all day. Fam, CNN plays liberal conservative 24/7. She's not sticking up for Miss Omar. Miss Omar is a Democrat. How come all of that? Fam, notice how quick that Democratic loyalty goes out the window when you're talking about a non-white person. Y'all see that, family? She's not looking like she's on some Democratic tough stuff right there. She's getting real tough with old girl, and she's like, no, what you mean? Check yourself.
Does he have a point?
Yeah, I extend grace to his wife and kids. I cannot imagine what they are going through. But the reality is that...
Look at her smirking, y'all. Look at her smirking. She ain't playing. She ain't playing, no.
His wife sat by him as he said those things and did not tell him that these are human beings who you are...
His wife sat by him and didn't tell him, basically saying, damn his wife, because his wife ain't stopped to check him. You don't say that in the system of supremacy. I'm telling y'all, these damn mops is about to get their day of reckoning. I'm telling you today. Y'all know why they're making all them damn videos out there talking, oh, Charlie, because the block getting hot. I'm telling y'all, the dominant society is about to turn the temperature up on all of these tethers.
Calling garbage, who you are saying they don't have the brain power because they were born in a different skin color. Like, I do not understand how we are okay as a society with people who say that about our fellow Americans, a fellow human being, and regard them as a hero.
Hey, look how she's about to cut in. Look how she's about to cut in and say something. Watch how Karen tries to hop in real quick.
And regard them as a hero. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
Man, okay. Again, you living real dangerous, mop. The mops living extra dangerous, family. They gonna have to learn.
I rise to pay my respects to the celebrated heroes of the Somali Youth League. On May 15th, 1943, 13 young, brave, and brightful men founded SYL to liberate Somalia from colonial control. Their mission was to see a free and united Somalia and prosperity for its... I rise.
Man, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear none of that stuff. You think they want to hear that? Talking about the rise of Somalia and this, and we'll be all one. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. So what ended up happening with the drawback of that, she looked real dangerous. Donald Trump came out and Donald Trump said, oh, she needs to be impeached. Donald Trump straight up came out and said, he's like, nah, it's a wrap. She needs to get impeached. She's about to get the reckoning, fam. It's about to get the reckoning for all of these tethers, but she is about to get extra. The dominant society are going all the way in on her, This is Donald Trump right here, fam. And Donald Trump says straight up and down on Air Force One that she needs to be impeached. So this is from the words of Donald Trump.
I think she should be impeached. I think she's terrible. Is she originally from Somalia? So how are they doing it? How's their government? Do they have a president? Do they have a council? Do they have anything? Do they have police? I love these people that come from a place with nothing, no anything, and then they tell us how to run our country. Now, I think if she got censured, that's great. If she got impeached, that's even better. They impeached me twice for nothing, and they impeached me knowing the Republicans are on my side, so they knew it was just. They impeached me twice. She should be impeached, and it should happen fast.
Damn. Hey, but you know what, though? Ain't that the same thing we be saying? Again, Why did Tethers get so mad at foundational Black Americans when we say take care of your homeland and your homeland ain't popping, but you critique us? Everything Donald Trump just said right there is exactly the same thing that we be saying. He just sat there and said, I'm tired of these people who come here from these war-torn countries who ain't got nothing going in and tell us how to run our country. Ain't that what the mops tell us? Mops come here all the time and tell foundational Black Americans what we need to do when they ain't doing it where they're from. So it's the same exact thing. You just mad when we say it because you got selective outrage. Your outrage is towards foundational Black Americans because you don't give a damn what the dominant society says because you love the dominant society. That is your issue. That is my critique towards you. So they understand that, fam. And I'm going to be real with you. It's absolutely. He got that from FBA. And all these people get everything from FBA. I'll be honest with you. The immigration, migration policies all come from foundational Black Americans. America, quite frankly, is delineating. What is the difference between deportations and delineation? What's really the difference between the two of them? There's not really much of a difference. Typically, when you delineate, people go home and they get deported. That's the second phase of it. So there is no deportation without delineation, to be 100 with you. So yeah, Trump be listening. That's why Trump said Kamala Harris wasn't a Black woman. He got that from us. So they know exactly that we be pushing that front line, and they know exactly that we stay on game. That's just how the game go. That's just how the ball bounces, and foundational Black Americans win all the time. Those are the guarantees. And if you notice, fam, right there, what he was saying was he's basically saying he's tired of these people. All right. He's saying, I'm tired of these people. Damn these people, whatever with them. But let me take that a step further. Have y'all noticed, fam, when we say that, we standing on certified business and we doing our thing, all these people get upset, cool, because we understand what it is. You love them W's and you can't stand Black Americans. I got it. But let me tell you what's really about to happen for these mops, y'all. The mops right now, they're about to get a reckoning because when the dominant society starts to fight like they're fighting, I showed everybody, the liberals and the conservatives, we right here on this channel, on this space, we've been the main ones talking about the civil war going on in the W community. You blind if you can't see it right now. The Charlie Kirk situation set off what was already brewing, and now it's going to be full-fledged civil war. Who are going to be the people who get punished during a civil war with the dominant society? It's going to be the mops and all the tethers, because the mops wanted to come over here and get up underneath them. Whenever the dominant society is feuding and fighting FBA, we step over here. We ain't got nothing to do with that. We don't give a damn. We put that line in the sand. As long as that stuff don't cross over here, y'all gonna be okay. We stay in our own space. The tethers, they want to get up underneath them. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that all of that I got to be up underneath these W's, that is all gonna get them tethers in a world of hurt. Yep, they about to get completely reckoned for wanting to be up underneath the W's. You mean to tell me that you want to be up underneath them W's when they fighting? They don't like you when they ain't fighting. So now you want to come over here to the United States of America. You want to grab onto their leg. You want to jump onto their back, go up underneath their armpit. And when they start feuding and fighting with each other, the first thing they're going to do, sometime in a little battle that they having, let me make this all the way live. In a battle they having between the liberals and the conservatives, sooner or later they're going to start fighting. And they're going to say, hold on, let's shake hands. Remember, we still supremacist relatives. Okay, we're going to have to fight somebody. Mr. Mutombo, right there. They're going to say Mrs. Omar, right there. They're going to say Candace Owens, right there. They're going to take all of that energy that they putting towards each other right now, and then they're going to put it towards you. And are you ready for that, Mr. Mutombo? Are you going to be able to handle that? Can your tether feelings deal with that type of rejection? Oh, yeah. The dominant society is about to turn coat on all the damn tethers. The tethers is going to find out the hard way, because I'm telling you, they are going to stop fighting. As soon as they done scrapping y'all, first thing they gonna say is we need to go get with these tethers. And guess what? Tether gonna be sitting right there waiting. Tether gonna be sitting there right there waiting, y'all. Tether gonna be snatched up. He gonna say, well, wait, the Black American. Ain't nobody gonna hear that, because they're gonna be like, oh, first off, we ain't messing with the Black Americans because we've been dealing with them for years and they some riders. So we gonna stay away from the Black Americans. But let me tell you what we gonna do. We gonna go after you. And then you're going to see more deportations. You're going to see more of them getting snatched up. You're going to see more of them running and hiding. They're going to be wanting to go back home. They're going to be wanting to go back home, fam. When the W is done treating these people the way they about to treat these people, they're going to want to go back home. I'm telling you right now. They're going to say, get me on the first thing smoking. They're going to be calling up Mr. Mutombo back in the village, and they're going to be saying, Mr. Mutombo, I got to get out of here. I got to leave because these W's is spazzing the hell out. And it ain't got nothing to do with foundational Black Americans. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Nope. That ain't the way the game is played. And fam, when I tell y'all they got a lot of these weirdos coming out and they talking real reckless and they just say things. Remember this, fam, and always remember this. Foundational Black Americans, we are the people that other people just say anything. The biggest term that identifies what people have said about us or said to us, this is a very simple word. We all use it. Lie. And the kids call it cap. Everything that people say about Black Americans is just a lie. 99.9, F that, 100% of communications with outside of our lineage people is going to be the result of them lying to us. That is it. People always lie. Fam, there is an obsession about lying to Black Americans. They're going to lie to Black Americans about what the truth is. They're going to lie to Black Americans about our history, about what they're doing, where they're going. I told somebody a long time ago, it was this young sister that I was talking to, very, very intelligent young sister, but she didn't really understand the system of supremacy. She had the foundational knowledge, but she needed to fill in a lot of the blanks. And one thing I told her, I said, you don't have to worry about being certified like I am or like some other people are. You got to get there yet, but you will get there one day. Just keep learning and you'll truly understand the system of supremacy. You'll get to the point of the Neely Fullers of the world or the Kabahai Watha Khameneis. You'll get there. But the easiest thing you can do is just don't trust them. Family, if you just don't trust these people, you've got enough intel to last. You got enough information to succeed. The number one root of dealing with these individuals is do not trust them and understand that everything is a lie. Everything they tell you is a damn lie. And that's the way you treat it. When you talking to Mr. Fernandez, he's lying to you. Mr. Mutombo is lying to you. All right. Mr. Jethro and Billy Bob, they're lying to you. I ain't got to give them the benefit of the doubt. I ain't got to say, well, maybe, could be, should. They made some points now. You're lying. And as long as you have that fundamental understanding, that seed, that is the first thing that puts you on the path to being certified. You just don't trust them. And I tell this, and this is my advice to all the young people in the world. Whenever I talk to a young brother or sister and I'm trying to put them on game, I said, first things first, don't believe them. Know they're lying to you. Once you put that first brick down, okay, then you add other bricks and then you continue to build this thing. But if you think you're going to build this without that essential brick, oh, you done for. Don't think you're going to put all these other bricks and understand the system of supremacy, but you ain't got the fundamental first thing of they liars. If you ain't got that down that they lying, you done, fam. They lied to you during slavery. They lied to you about the indigenous era. Hell, they tell you that you're somebody else. They tell you that people who came thousands of years after you are really you. So they lie about your indigenous. They lie about your native. They lie about your bloodline. They lie about your DNA. They lie, say that they marched with you. They lie about the crime statistics. That's all Charlie Kirk was. He was just an anti-Black liar. Simple as that. Simple and plain. Identified. Easy to see. Spotlighted. That's all Candace Owens is, just a liar. That's all Donald Trump does, a lie. So when you understand that these people are just lying to you, and you understand that every type of interaction you have with these people is lying, what happened with Julio? Come to my ICE protest. I marched with you. You're lying. No, you didn't. Mr. Mutombo, we are Black, brother. I'm Black like you. You're lying. You don't even think you're Black. And then the next person comes in. Hey, man, I was with you there in the Rodney King riots, bro. No, the hell you weren't. You're lying. Man, I'm an original person. I'm the native. You're lying. Everything is just a straight up lie. And fam, this is the thing about supremacy. As complex as it is, remember, the only complexities are the lies. The lies get told to you in 100 different ways. The system of supremacy is a very basic thing to understand. The lies are what makes it complex. How they feel about you, oh, that's simple. They don't like you. How they treat you is simple, anti-Blackness. The only thing that people have a hard time comprehending is that the lies come to you in a billion different ways. But if somebody has to lie to you a billion different times in a billion different ways, then doesn't that tell you that the fundamental root of all of this is they're lying? And once you understand that and you identify that, then you're good to go. And then you put in that first brick on the path to being certified. And that's for all my young brothers and sisters out there. Always lock that in from your boy, Black Alpha. But fam, there's a guy that's lying out there. Fam, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all believe this dude for 1 second? Y'all look at this guy. This guy said he's mad at W men because they're getting all the women. He says that W men are getting all the Black women. And the first thing you're going to know about this guy is that he ain't getting Black women himself. Fam, I'm going to let y'all look at this. He's lying. Here we go. Watch this right here. This man right here says he's pulling sisters. He said all the Black women love him. And he said he's mad because he can't get black women no more because they like all the W men. Is this just his way of saying that he doesn't really like black women and he's trying to trick black women to talk to W men? Y'all know damn well looking at this guy, I don't think he's ever got a woman, let alone a black woman. But family, I'm going to let y'all decide. Is this all cap?
I'm officially jealous of white guys taking the black women because self-hating black men has completely ruined the opportunity.
Well, wait. And he blames black men for it. Remember, y'all, they'll lie to always get off one of their lies.
I am officially jealous of white guys taking the black women because self-hating black men has completely ruined the opportunity for me. I saw this beautiful black woman at a mall today, and I was absolutely flabbergasted. I paused, which felt like an eternity, but she caught me staring. And you know, when a guy is caught staring at a woman, it's not a good sign. I quickly snapped out of it like, oh shit, let me spit game real quick. I walked up to her and she was staring at me like,
you know you lying. I stopped and said, gee golly whiz, I'm going to spit some game. Ain't that what the black guys say? Don't the brothers spit game? You ain't spit no damn game. You don't even know what game is. Only game you playing is poker. Get the hell up out of here.
Pause, which felt like an eternity, but she caught me staring. And you know, when a guy is caught staring at a woman, it's not a good sign. I quickly snapped out of it like, oh shit, let me spit game real quick. I walked up to her and she was staring at me like, understandably, because I was staring. And I said, I'm sorry for staring. I just thought you was extremely beautiful, and that is why you had my attention. She gave me a reaction that was surprising, but at the moment, I'm like, I should have seen this coming. She said, oh my God, I absolutely had no idea you was viewing me that way. And I said, absolutely, like, you are incredibly.
She told him, I didn't know you were viewing me. What kind of woman says that? You're viewing me right now? You're being viewed. Y'all know why he's saying that? Boy, he's slipping. He done slipped. Oh, you know you done effed up, right? You know you done effed up. And this guy's a tether, by the way. This guy's he's a nerd tether. He's a nerd mop. This is a nerd mop, y'all. Did he just say, you're viewing me that way? You know why he said viewed? Because the only way he watches women is when he's viewing their profiles on the internet. Because he ain't never touched one. See? He's using that internet terminology. He be on them dating websites or in somebody's Instagram viewing them. Don't no damn black woman or man say you're viewing me. I ain't never seen no brother or sister say, man, boy, I was at the mall, dog. She was viewing me, bruh. Man, she was fine as hell, boy. She was viewing me. Man, I was being viewed today. How many girls viewed you today? Boy, I got viewed as soon as I jumped out that new car. Matter of fact, I bought these new Jordans so some girls can view me. Iron Will, have you got viewed today? Do the girls be viewing you, Iron Will? I don't think so, bro. Church, are you being viewed, my brother? I don't think we being viewed, y'all. Boy, these tethers think they slick. These tethers think we gonna fall for that. First off, he said flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted while I was viewed today. I got viewed and flabbergasted. I was viewbergasted. Man, get the hell up out of here, you damn tether.
Stunning. I thought you were so beautiful. And that's what I came over here to, not to defend myself, because I was staring. I do apologize. But you look immaculate. That's all I wanted to say. I was wondering if you were single. And she,
you look immaculate? Man, you done left that on somebody's damn Instagram page. You look immaculate right now. I think you like immaculate. That's what I think. I think it's, man, you got the man part right. You don't talk to no damn women, homeboy. You don't talk to no women. That blow-up doll that you bought for $42.99, that don't count neither.
said, unfortunately, no, I have a boyfriend. He's over there. I looked, and it was this 5'11" white boy. Seasoned, I can tell, because she had definitely changed him. He put the Old Bay on the—
Did he say the W do was seasoned? No, he didn't say that. He didn't say seasoned. Did he say seasoned? I'm promising y'all he just said that dude was seasoned. What the hell does that mean? But whatever it means, it don't sound good. No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy. What the? And he bucking his eyes too. And fam, notice this little caption is covering up that forehead. They using captions now to cover up the forehead. Before it used to be a headband or a fitted cap. Damn.
over there. I looked, and it was this 5'11" white boy. Seasoned, I can tell, because she had definitely changed. He put the old bay on this guy. That's how I knew. For a second, I saw the look of, that's a damn shame on her face. She was telling me a little bit about how we met and how she normally doesn't date white guys until she met him. But her past relationship was just filled with a bunch of self-hating black men that kept telling her to change herself. When it comes to me, I am extremely good when it comes to facial expressions. I can instantly read that shit at first glance. If somebody gives me a look, I know exactly what that means by the letter. Basically, I should have found her first before that white boy did. But how was I supposed to know that she was here a month ago when she met that white boy? First of all, she changed.
Boy, he lying. How many times he said, boy, the white boy, when that white boy, boy, that seasoned white boy now, boy, he was a 5. Notice he said the guy's height. Hey, who says 5'11"? Who said he didn't even round it? What does 5'11" look like? Wouldn't you just say 6 foot? Man, he was 5'11" and 3/4, boy. Woo! He in that 5'11" white boy walked in here now, and he was seasoned, and he was with that girl, and I told the girl, you look flabbergastedly good. Get the hell up out of here. Get out of here and show that damn forehead, bro, because you're hiding it too much.
Him that much in a month? I introduced myself. She introduced herself back. She gave me her name. Immediately got home and got to invest. No.
I got it, y'all. Hold up.
Month?
There you go. Damn. Tether alert. No, he done broke the damn tether alert. The tether alert done malfunction, y'all. It done glitch. When we created the tether alert, we didn't create it with enough velocity to handle all of that damn 5 head. No, fam, the tether alert 2.0, it only gets up to about a 7 head. When you start getting to 9 and the 10 and the 12 head, then the tether alert starts to, it starts to break a little bit. It glitches and it just breaks down in front of everybody. That man is lying. Damn. Look at that. That boy said, my tether alert just broke. It was like, it started skipping. It wasn't even ringing, y'all. It sounded like when you take your phone off the hook. That's when your phone's off the hook for too long. The old landlines, and you go do 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 do. That's what it is. Damn, this was Somali Christ.
I introduced myself. She introduced herself back. She gave me her name. Immediately got home and got to an investigation on social media. That's something I should be doing. I know.
Wait! Didn't I just say that? I just told you. Wait, freeze, stop, Black Alpha. Didn't I just tell y'all he be viewing them on social media? Did he not just say that he went on social media to investigate? I just said it. I never seen this video before. I never seen it. I just saw him talking, knew he was a tether, seen the first 2 seconds, and was like, I'm showing this to the family tonight. Didn't I just say that he's viewing people? Fam, when he said he was viewed, I said the only people who view or use the word view are people who are stalking social media. And he just said it. I'm done. I'm taking my FBA greatness. I'm going to go back to Ohio, chill out, watch the game this weekend, and relax. This is it right here. He done told on himself. I told y'all, the tether is going to lie, and we are going to expose right here tonight. This man went home. He called it an investigation. That's called stalking in America, tether man. You stalked that damn girl. You ain't investigate. You don't work for the damn police department. Say it what it is, you damn tether stalker with the damn 9 head. Get the hell up out of here. Tell us what you was really doing getting viewed.
In a month? I introduced myself. She introduced herself back. She gave me her name. Immediately got home and got to an investigation on social media. That's something I should be doing. I know, but I was salty, admittedly. But in all accounts, I wasn't looking for her. I was looking for him. I needed details. I found his Instagram. This guy did a complete 180.
Wait. Did he say he went to go get on the guy's social media? I'm done. Fam, y'all, I'll be back. I'll be back when the tether's done. Fam, I'll be right back. Y'all have this.
What?
The damn tether stalker went to go stalk Brad. I'll be back.
First of all, she changed him that much in a month? I introduced myself. She introduced herself back. She gave me her name. Immediately got home and got to an investigation on social media. That's something I should be doing. I know, but I was salty, admittedly. But in all accounts, I wasn't looking for her. I was looking for him. I needed details. I found his Instagram. This guy did a complete 180. He went from khaki shorts, white Vans, and a college football sweatshirt to looking like Chris Brown in 2010. What the living fuck? I am officially jealous of white guys taking.
I'm done. I'm sorry, fam. I had to go get some food. What the hell was that, brothers and sisters? What the hell going on in these streets? And did the man just growl at? Did he just growl at the end while I was over here getting some food? Family, did the man just growl? Did he go? Did he go into the tether growl? What the hell did we just witness? This takes the cake.
Chris Brown in 2010. What the living fuck? I am officially jealous. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Get the hell up out of here, you damn tether nerd. You ain't no damn black American. Hell no. Get up out of here. Done deal. Get on out. You can't occupy our space. This man talking about you ain't getting no women. You ain't getting. Apparently, you talk more about the guy than you talked about the woman. All right, because you know what? I don't think there was a woman in the whole story. I'm gonna be real. I think it was two dudes. I think he went home to investigate two dudes. That's what I believe. He one of the people you can't say pause because his whole life is on pause. Okay, he's a pause lifer. That's what he is. Wasn't no damn woman in that story. That was a dude. The whole damn time you was talking about a man. All right. Then he started. You notice how detailed he got? He started talking. He looked like this. He wore some penny loafers. He had a hat on with a shirt, and I could tell the way he was wearing it that mom just bought it for him yesterday. And then he had a little stain on it, you know, a mayo stain. And I noticed it when the sun came in. You was talking about two men. And I know that you ain't no black American, and I know you ain't got no woman. You ain't never seen a woman. You can never have a woman. You can never talk to a woman. And the certified foundational black American woman, her energy would check you before you even spoke to her. So you ain't speak to no FBA sister because an FBA sister would have checked you before you even showed up. So let's keep it real. Tether, mop, Diddy, yes, always on pause lifer, and not like us. And got a 19 head. Easy. The hell up out of here. Boy, fam, who they playing with? Family, my good brothers and sisters, my certified black society, all we do is win. They can't get past us no matter what they try, no matter what they do, no matter what they say, okay? They can come up with whatever story that they want. They can make up whatever lie. Dude just getting roasted right now. Y'all destroying this dude. Y'all destroying this dude. Y'all cold. Y'all cold. Fam, that took the award for the biggest tether, the biggest liar, most cap, corny, lame as hell, the biggest joker clown that I done ever seen out here. That definitely took the whole thing. And family, when I say it's getting weird in these streets, brothers and sisters, man, I remember the good old days before there was all these strange individuals running around here. You got people running around here that are dating blow-up dolls. You got these people running around here that are stalking men on the internet. You got these people running around here with 19 and a half heads. It'll be 25 by tomorrow morning. It'll be 35 by tomorrow afternoon. And this time tomorrow will be at about 62. Family, you also have some really strange, Paul's lifer. We got a new one, y'all. Paul's lifer. That's what he is. He's Paul the Paul lifer. Fam, when you got these issues going on, you got these tethers running around here. These folks is getting deported left and right. You got Mayo and Miracle Whip throwing jars at each other everywhere. You got conservative Miracle Whip versus liberal Mayo. They fighting left and right, man. You got these tether mops running around here, wigs way the hell back on their shoulder blades. You got these I want to be a W's running around here. You got these I think that I'm a W. I want to be a Karen. But really what I am is just a Caribbean mop. Yep, Mop Owens. You got all of those out there. But family, things done got even more crazy out here in the streets of America. And this is why FBA sticks to our goddamn self. And we don't deal with nobody. Because when you start dealing with people, just being honest, everybody other than us is just weird. All right, they're just weird. And their energy is not wanted in our circle. We got good, positive, strong energy. Our houses are clean. We're clean. We fresh. We some damn good looking people if you ask me. But the further you get away from FBA, the further this goes into what the hell is that? And family, now would be the proper time to say, what the hell is this? Whew. Fam, it's getting spooky in the United States of America. It's getting strange in the United States of America. And they say, when something's strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? Somebody get the damn Ghostbusters on the phone. What the hell is this?
Friends, we are at Marshall's about to do a shopping haul. We're going to be shopping for some beauty essentials because I'm really working hard on my glass skin look. I like to do some crimson lips, a little bit of eyeliner, and then I like to do the rest glass skin. So stay tuned and shop along with me. Hi friends, we are at Marshall's about to do a shopping haul. We're going to be shopping for some K-beauty essentials because I'm really working hard on my glass skin look. I like to do some crimson lips, a little bit of eyeliner, and then I like to do the rest glass skin. So stay tuned and shop along with me.
It looked like Saul, family. It looked like the Sauls in the building. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you what I heard in the streets, fam. What's really good?
Africans to Black America.
Hi, friends. We are at Marshall's about to do a shopping haul. We're going to be shopping for some K-beauty essentials because I'm really working hard on my glass skin look.
Did she say her glass skin look? I'm pretty sure that's what I heard, y'all. I'm pretty sure this individual just said
Africans to Black America.
On her glass skin look. Fam, it ain't October 31st yet, is it? It ain't Halloween yet, is it? Fam, Halloween done got closer every single damn year. I remember, and by the way, Halloween's still once a year, right? It's not 2 times a year, is it? Halloween's not in September, right? I'm just checking, okay? Because I done seen a hell of a lot of crazy things out here in the world today. I done seen a lot of strange individuals out here in the world today, and they're getting more strange by the damn minute. And foundational Black Americans, we ain't in it. But y'all, when I tell you that we are out here doing what we got to do, how the hell we want to do it, and I'm telling y'all these people are out here doing whatever the hell they want to do and not making it happen, that's exactly what the hell we mean. Y'all know one thing for certain is that foundational Black Americans, we very simple people. But these people ain't too damn simple when it comes to how they behave. She told everybody to come meet her at the store, and she said she's got some more. She told everybody to come pull up on her. She said you can work on your glass skin. She said you can work on everything that she's got going. But she said one thing, do not leave her hanging. So fam, she wanted to leave a message to everybody, and I'm going to go ahead and deliver that for y'all. This is her last final message to everybody out there.
Looking for some grunge-inspired witchy dresses. And it's, we haven't found anything good yet because when you have dresses $8 on the clearance rack, there's not going to be a lot of. So I'm going to shop with me and see what I see, and maybe we can find something witchy. I still have hope. Say hello. Hello.
There y'all go. She said she's looking for something witchy, and she said hello. I'm telling y'all, these people crash out every single day, more and more and more. But the more they keep on crashing out, the more they keep on falling out, it feel good when you're a foundational Black American and you stay fly, y'all. And that's exactly what we do. We stay fly all the time, and we stepping over all of them people because we are the only one. We are the certified ones. And we are the best there is that has ever been created. And foundational Black Americans, we in the building, in the place. Fam, you know it has been another lovely broadcast. We've been breaking it down. We've been rolling them up. We've been packing them up. And we just been letting everybody know that this is all about us. And we're all about us. And we don't give a damn how you feel about us. You can say whatever you want to say about us. You can lie about us. You can talk down to us, around us, up the block, down the street, around the corner. It still don't change nothing. Is that certified foundational Black Americans are stronger than ever. And certified foundational Black Americans are winning at an all-time high. And that goes for all of my brothers. And that goes for all of my sisters. That goes for the babies. That goes for the elders. That goes for everybody who is living and breathing. And that goes for the ancestors as well. So quite frankly, Actually, I think that we got the whole damn combination, y'all. Yes, the hell we do. And that combination is just something that everybody's jealous about. I embrace the jealousy because when you're great, that's what come with it. I embrace the spite because when you're great, that will come along with it. And I embrace all the haters because when you're great, that's what comes along with it. So like my good brother from Cincinnati, Ohio, Cat Williams said, he said, go ahead and get you some haters, family. And remember, in every single movie, there's a winner and a loser. And that's exactly what life is. They out here losing, we out here winning. And you know one thing, when it comes to foundational Black Americans, we going to win in fashion because that's what we about and that's who we are. Certified salute to y'all. I love y'all with a passion. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay tuned. On tomorrow and Sunday, we're going to have some spaces that we popped up. Y'all going to love them. And we're just going to keep everything going because y'all know that I am the voice of the concrete, the people's champ, the #1 activist. And you know that this is the livest chat on the damn planet. We're going to break down supremacy. We're going to get thorough. We're going to get very methodical with it. We're going to be scientific with it. We're going to laugh. We're going to joke. We're going to roast. But if y'all notice the range of emotions from 0 to 100, we're going to go from pillar to post. We're going to travel through the East Coast, travel through the West Coast, down south, up north. We're going to go all through every single aspect of America. We're going to talk about us right now in the present. We're going to talk about our kids in the future. We're going to talk about our elders that gave it to us on this channel, on this platform, on this side, y'all, right here on this network. We're going to cover everything. And we're going to do it with such foundational Black American excellence that can't break it. Unbreakable, unstoppable, untouched, unmatched. And right now, we are the undisputed champs. And it's like that forever. So I appreciate you guys, man, as we go through this journey, as we travel with this generation. Much love to all of my beautiful foundational Black American women. I love y'all with a passion. Much love, much respect from me to all my beautiful sisters. I love all my strong, powerful Black American men. Love y'all as well. Y'all brothers and sisters, stay good. Y'all stay great. And I appreciate y'all, man. And thank y'all for rocking with Black Alpha, man. It's my honor. So I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good time. Enjoy your weekend. And I will see you on the other side of the sunrise. Much respect. Catch you on the other end, my friends. And always remember that it's peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. My honor. Thank you guys with a passion. Love y'all. And Black is beautiful. And beautiful is always Black. And I say that very humbly. Thank you very much. Let's go. Peace out.
Black Alpha Network, home of Black excellence. Power to the people.